Look, man, let me tell you something. And don't you never forget this. You hear me? Damn. I forgot what I was.
Young hustler, you ready for that Lamborghini truck, ain't it? You ready for that Lambo truck, ain't it? It ain't no shortage of Lambo trucks. It ain't no shortage of money to go get a Lambo truck. They make Lambo trucks every day, but there is a shortage of hustlers who gonna go and get it. Find a way to go and get it. Where you at? Holla at me. It's the biggest.
Yo, is this thing on? Is this thing on? Oh, it gotta be on. What's going on, Cynical? My bad, y'all. I'm a little bit under the weather. But guess what? I got you. It's Player Talk Radio. We in the building. I'm your gracious host, hardest working man on YouTube. Please hit the like button. Support the show on the way in. Share the show. It's Player Talk Radio. Let's get it. Let's go.
Welcome to Player Talk Radio.
Talk about that. We want to talk about having fun.
Yo, those dope boy Air Forces was nice, AM.
Hey, appreciate
No, it wasn't. Not bad. Jessica said,
No,
no, you gonna lose. You gonna lose, Angry Man.
Hold on, Black. Look.
Good throwback hustler. Fuck out it.
Plug me a little later, and that's about the rap. Show me a little bit. Decent.
Damn, Kuda. Why you do him like that, baby? Get out of here, you damn nigga!
Live for die by my respect. Yeah, she fine, but I ain't impressed. Ooh, drinking that hot tip. I'm on the grind, chasing that chick. She give me that neck, it get wet. Brand new Rari, this ain't no vet. Everything foreign, I got obsessed. Cuffing her, yeah, she under arrest. I'm the greater, you the less. My drugs are designer, they the best. Covered in diamonds, BS. Yeah, I'm fly, private jet. Yeah, I'm flawless. My diamonds, they flawless. My wheels, they flawless. My chopper from New Orleans. My bitches so bad, they don't need no makeup. Can't pay attention to these fuck niggas, had to pay cut. I did ice on me, goddamn a nigga cake up. I smoked a lot of ice cream and I'm drinking maple. That bitch a fool, thought I was a man, call her April. Fuck you thought I ain't no Superman, ain't tryna save her. I'm ballin', drinking yellow purple in LA Lakers. Iced at the time, clock, I feel like Flavor. Ooh, look at my ice, it bright like the sun. Broke nigga better have money for bun. Hold up the plug and worth 3 tons. My nigga caught it, body still on the run. Stay on the sidewalk, it ain't fun. I grew up with choppers and bombs. Remember stealing and robbing for the crumbs. Still the same nigga without the funds. 12 years old, I bought me a gun. Selling the dope just as fast as it comes. Stuck in the hood, but I know I'm the one. Lights off, gotta turn them on. No young wonder for a record, some on. All of my bitches, they back to the bone. Got so many bricks, I can build up a home. I drop out the pack in the hood and I'm gone. Live for, die by my respect. Yeah, she fine, but I ain't impressed. Ooh, drinking that hot tip. I'm on the grind, chasing that chick. She give me that neck, it get wet. Brand new Rari, this ain't no vet. Everything foreign, I got obsessed. Cuffing her, yeah, she under arrest. I'm the greater, you the less. My drugs are designer, they the best. Covered in diamonds, BS. Yeah, I'm fly, private jet. Yeah, I'm flawless. My diamonds, they flawless. My wheels, they flawless. My chopper from New Orleans. Yeah, they gave me the ball, now I'm hauling. Same nigga hating on the nigga, now they falling. 1500 for these skinny jeans, they ball me. The dope fiends still remember me, I got them arguing. At first she was stalling, now I fuck, she keep calling. I'm good with problem solving, I'm better with revolvers. I keep that whole revolving. Be a diamonds on me like I'm drowning in water. South by Southwest, I take that dope out the ocean. I power like I'm Austin, I do this shit so often. I'm fly, I ain't walk. I put a hole in your head like a dog. Since a young nigga, always been boss. Go see the killers when I visit Boston. Now you blue hundreds for the floss. Live for, die by my respect. Yeah, she fine, but I ain't impressed. Ooh, drinking that hot tip. I'm on the grind, chasing that chick. She give me that neck, it get wet. Brand new Rari, this ain't no vet. Everything foreign, I got obsessed. Cuffing her, yeah, she under arrest. I'm the greater, you the less. My drugs are designer, they the best. Covered in diamonds, BS. Yeah, I'm fly, private jet. Yeah, I'm flawless. My diamonds, they flawless. My wheels,
know what it is, bitch.
Yeah. Money, power, spit, nigga. Some money set. You know what I'm saying? Everybody get money, nigga.
You're now listening to Player Talk Radio with the coolest DJ in the manosphere. Let's go. DJ Kuda. Let's go. Let's go.
Bad bitch, she from Chicago. She freaky, she gon' bust it. She think it fuck on lust. I got her from my cousin. So what, cause we don't love her. Fuck that. I wanna hear from the back. Back was smoking his fat. Dressing like I got a sack. I pull up, jump out the back. Bad bitch in the air fat. Photo coupe, he got a hatch. On his hands, I might crash. Car, I got a gadget, my bitch, she got ass. Like I'm teaching class. Too afraid to take out the trash. Fresh. Afraid of that, where's my cash? Fresh. I always stay with the sass. I'm always late with the fashion. Teacher gave me an L, that fantastic. Pia diamonds on me, look how they flash. Rocky sitting around like this, I be dead. I got the Louis V. Sprinkle lab. Bought a mansion way away like a cab. Taking out my swag, I feel like your daddy. Give me that, you a beggar, I'm a hustler. Beggar. Under dealer, you the custom dealer. Catch a little nigga, I'm mustard. Catch a little smoking the
what up, UFO?
From Russia.
What up, Cynical?
Really knew I should've never
Player Talk Radio, let's get this. Player Talk.
These niggas was always sus. These niggas start snitching for none. These niggas want to live by the gun. Yeah, what you
should be out soon too. Player Talk, let's go.
That money go where I go. Smoking on gelato. Foreign car, swerving pothole. Bad bitch, she from Chicago. She freaky, she gon' bust. She think it fuck on lust. I got her from my cousin. So what, cause we don't love her. Fuck that. I wanna hear from the back.
Now you know you gotta break the game down a little bit more because they might be slow.
Bad bitch in the air fat. Photo coupe, he got a hatch. On his hands, I might crash it.
Now you know you gotta break the game down a little bit more.
Bad bitch call me daddy, saying perk in the addy. I really wanna fuck a Kardashian. I like a freaking bitch that gon' suck it. I just be kicking shit like it was rubber. Hell no, baby, don't call me hubby. Nah. Fuck you thought, baby, we was just fucked. Ooh, I'm back to the trap and I'm serving it. I done got me a sack like a running back. 2 pints of hot taking the 8 of that. I'ma fuck on your bitch, I'ma break her back. I'ma fuck on your bitch, I'ma give her back. I got 2 bitches play pity pat. I just do it like the Nike chick. My neck fro got an ice tag. Money go where I go. Smoking on gelato. Foreign car, swerving pothole. Bad bitch, she from Chicago. She freaky, she gon' bust. She think it fuck on lust. I got her from my cousin. So what, cause we don't love her. Fuck that. I wanna hear from the back. Back was smoking his fat. Dressing like I got a sack. I pull up, jump out the back. Bad bitch in the air fat. Photo coupe, he got a hatch. On his hands, I might crash it.
Okay, and it's DJ Kuda. It's okay, and it's DJ Kuda. Oh, I want to say something with you and Titus in. And I'm going to go on the other side of the street on this one.
Do it.
See, DJ Kuda said that what I'm saying is a little outdated and shit. And that's a problem why a lot of y'all guys lose all the time with motherfucking women. Because you motherfucking guys out here on this impression that what you see on the internet is brand new. These new words hypergamy and hypergamy are brand new words. They're brand new words that, oh my God, there's something new about the game.
From Africa. Diamonds from Africa. Diamonds from Africa. Spend the 50 for me, pinky bubbles in my pinky ring. Spend the 50 for the fruit of bubbles in the bezel. Now they call the boy bling bling. Diamonds from Africa. 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 Yes, diamonds from Africa. Akon boogers in my pinky ring. 2 blue fake rollers on my wrist, I mean. I start my bezel with a 50 piece. Clever Bobby Brown and wit. Still going in my kid, peacock diamonds on all of my bitches. Yeah, they go.
What up, Third? Shouts to Third World Columbia. Let's get this Player Talk.
Turn the bitch on the real BB chandelier. Nigerian trafficker, diamond from Africa. Giuseppe Zebras on my feet is a shocker. Bitch, I'm a chopper, turn rapper. Kitchen with the gas, throwing away the bread well. Still with the get a nigga kidnapped. Put a bundle of blue hunters on a nigga 50 cap. Wrist make him go crush his stone. Looking like he got beat by Moses Malone. Fugazi Cubans in your Cuban link. Boy, your jeweler must be making diamonds at home. Hell is you doing? The fuck is you on? Sun outside got clouds in your stone. Spin the fit on your wrist and that bitch ain't a roller. But they treat your ass out a whole lot of guacamole. Long way. Then on my right wrist and that bitch ain't even a roller. Spin the 50 on my left wrist and that bitch right there by polar. Diamonds from Africa. Diamonds from Africa. Diamonds from Africa. Spin the 50 for me, pinky boogers in my pinky ring. Spin the 50 for the fruit of bubbles in the bezel. Now they call the boy bling bling. Diamonds from Africa. Diamonds from Africa. diamonds from Africa. Giuseppe stepping in Safari. Hop in the Rari. Diamonds stepping in the tropical like a movie. Came a long way for chicken. Expect to get the double lock coming. With so many dead guys in my dump. Nigga better go call the go bust. Ain't even had to say nothing. She looked at my watch and she know I hustle. Damn nigga, feel sorry for it. You bitch in my line and I ain't gon' no love. My watch it cuss. On the socket I go around plugging young niggas. They come to your hood and start dumb. So many diamonds I look like a rap. We gon' see it. Come over bricks, bad, strong, nigga. Scooby flex like a rust. Got it. Diamond came in the nuts. Rockin' my jellies and 50 that fast. Got my name in the harassing.
You're now listening to Player Talk Radio.
On my right wrist and that bitch ain't even no roller. Spit the 50 on my left wrist and that bitch right there by both. Diamonds from Africa. Diamonds from Africa. Diamonds from Africa. Been the 50 from his pinky buckles and my pinky ring. Diamonds up forever.
Get out of here, you damn nigga!
Diamonds up forever. Diamonds up forever. Diamonds.
She had a miscarriage. And she told everybody that she had a miscarriage.
You're now listening to Player Talk Radio. With the
every goddamn body who's listening to this. The sun has been coming up for billions of years. Ain't nobody call that old. The moon has been coming up for billions of years. Ain't nobody calling that old because it works. If something works, and if it don't work, and even if it's a foundation, take it and retweak it and make it work to your advantage.
Shout outs to Cynical One in the building. What's going on, UFO? Shout outs to Third Ward. Shout outs to everybody in the building. Skyfall TV. What's going on, player? Shout outs to everybody here. It's Player Talk Radio. I am your gracious host, DJ Kuda, right back at the helm of today's show. Let's get it. We in the building. Y'all hit the like button, support the show on the way in. Sin, I got you on the song. Which one are you talking about? You talking about Diamonds from Africa? I think you're talking about Diamonds from Africa, all right? It's Player Talk Radio. Let's go. Flies DJ in the Banisphere. Let's get it. It's Player Talk.
You're now listening to Player Talk Radio with the coolest DJ in the Manosphere. Let's go. DJ Kuda.
The other nigga. Now I'm MGTOW. I don't fuck with none of these bitches no more.
That's what.
All right, yeah, we in the building, man. It's Player Talk Radio. What's going on? Shout outs to everybody here. Let me know if you can hear me loud and clear, because you should be able to hear me loud and clear. Shout outs to Cynical One. Nah, that's my bro, Hood Rich Pablo Juan. And my brother, man. Free both of them. I think Juan should be coming home soon. And PB Longway, he's still locked up. So type in Hood Rich Pablo Juan African Diamonds. But it's really Pee Wee Longway song. You know what I'm saying? So I guess you could type in my other brother, Pee Wee Longway, and type in African Diamonds. You know, that's supposed to be Hood Rich's first verse. But shout outs to everybody back home in the DMV area. They done stole my boy Flo, man. They done took the Pablo Juan flow. You know, let me see if I can put it in the chat for you. I got you, Sam. Hold on. Shout outs to Cynical One. Good to see you, by the way. Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second. No problem, Sin. Shout outs to Sin. Sin always looking out for the cookout. I appreciate you. Give me 1 second, y'all. I gotta delete some stuff out of my cache. Hold on, y'all. You can type in Pee Wee Longway African Diamonds. Let me see. Pee Wee Longway is one of the pioneers of modern rap that don't get his credit, which is crazy. The Migos, the Thug, all them dudes learned something from Pee Wee Longway, man. Jesus Christ. I knew I messed up spelling Pee Wee Longway. Peewee. Jesus Christ. Pee Wee Longway. My bad. I'm still a little bit sick. I don't know if you guys can hear it in my voice, but you know, hey, hardest working man in YouTube. The work must go on, man. So much stuff to talk about on today's shows. Player Talk Radio. Man, we are in here for the duration. You dig? And I was gonna do today. I was gonna have an afternoon show yesterday, but I took the afternoon off and made sure I got a little bit of rest. But we here, man. We here, man. It's Player Talk. Shout outs to all the new subscribers. You dig? We up to maybe it might go down. I don't know, but we up to 4,070 subscribers. We on our way to 5K. You know, in due time. You know. And shout outs to everybody showing all the YouTube shorts and stuff some love. I got some more pre-records and stuff coming out. It's just, you know, I'm just one man. You know what I'm saying? I'm just one man with a plan, y'all. You know, working as hard as I can. You dig? I am in school, you know, and these shit, education getting fucking expensive, man. You know what I'm saying, man? These books cost a lot, man. I put some money, you know, aside so I can go get this Xbox. And then I didn't know, man. I bought a book last week, and then the payment for that book hit this week. I said, shit. I was looking at that receipt. I like Jimmy Butler looking at that receipt like, God damn. Happy Father's Day, Kuda. Like, fuck. You know? And shit, it remind me that I gotta sit down and read, yo. You know, and not just read. I gotta what you call it? I gotta keep reading over these words and stuff like that, man. Cybersecurity is fucking hard, man. I can't really ask people in this space for help for that shit, man. Cybersecurity is fucking hard, man. You gotta learn like a bunch of different acronyms and stuff like that. Then you got to know exactly what they mean, and then they use a lot of jargon words. I said jargon words. I'm like, man, I see why these niggas get paid like $70K and up. Because if you walk around on the regular street and ask somebody what does the CIA triad mean, they're like, what does the what? You know. So that shit is crazy, you know. Man, rest in peace to all the people over there in was it Israel? What you call it? The Iran and Israel? I forgot where y'all let me know in the chat. Where the hell is getting bombed right now? I saw a news clip of a lady with a hijab on, you know what I'm saying, trying to do the news, and then they done blew up her building and shit behind her, or her building, like the whole roof then fell on damn near fell on this woman and shit like that. Like they got to run just to do the news and shit like that. So it's going down, you know. You know what's going on, Tampa? Good to see you, brother. Shout outs to everybody in the building. Shout outs to you, most importantly. That shit is crazy, man. Y'all, please hit the like button on the way in. Support the show. If you in the clouds, hit the like button, please. Support the show from the clouds. Hail Mary that shit. You dig what I'm saying? Drop something on the tuition, man. Yeah, you know. So, you know, I don't know. You know, it's like Trump trying to end one war. Niggas trying to start another war. Nice. Nice, you know. And also too, I mean, I guess when we might do a politics segment of the show, you know. Shout outs to, you know, War Master and LT Man and everybody, you know. When everybody wakes up, we probably might get into a little bit of politics. You dig? Because we might be able to go over the big beautiful bill. Let's see what the big beautiful bill about. Is it no homo? I was real live about to ask y'all. Is it big? Is it beautiful? And is it a bill? But that sounded super sus, so I'm not about to ask y'all that. You did. But You know, we might go over it and stuff like that. See why Elon tripping. You know, Elon kind of went silent for a week. You don't hear that much about Elon anymore. So, you know, we might have to get into the, you know, the weeds. You dig what I'm saying? But thank you everybody for being here. I appreciate you guys. Definitely show some love to the show. You know, let me see if I can take this off real quick. I don't even know why this is here. My bad. I'm a little bit under the weather, y'all. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Okay, there we go. All right. But yeah, just some of the stuff to get to. Y'all saw I came out with it like 2-3 days ago. You said you share a birthday with Elon? You share a birthday with Elon. That's what's up. You said, unlike him, I'm not cutthroat, but you are cynical. Let me stop. But no, I mean, yeah, I mean, if you share a birthday with Elon, that's cool. I think that's super cool. I think that's dope. Guess who I share a birthday with? R. Kelly. I know. It's horrible. I share a birthday with Kels. You dig what I'm saying? Speaking of R. Kelly, man, I wanted to tell you guys the other day, you know, that R. Kelly, he filed for a motion, you know, to try to get him out of jail and stuff like that. You know, it's the worst time to be going through this, especially when, you know what I'm saying, the whole Puffy trial and all kinds of shit. That shit is crazy, right? That shit is fucking crazy. And and like I said too, even with the Puffy trial, they're pushing for a mistrial. You know what I'm saying? They pushing for a mistrial with Puffy. And they fucking up with the jury and stuff like that. You dig what I'm saying? They fucking up, you know, they fucking up with the jury. You know, there was a brother that's on that was on the jury in the Puffy trial. There's a black man. I think there's like 3 black men there. So they're making the you know, the jury, they're making it diverse, I guess. You know what I'm saying? And one of the brothers that was on the jury, they're trying to say he's like too incompetent, or he can't really serve on the jury or something like that, because like he has like 2 addresses. Like one address is in like Jersey, and then I'm not sure, I think the other address is like in New York or something like that. And they were like, you know, they don't know if he can serve as a juror, because I guess like one of the addresses that he put on there, I guess he lived with like his baby mama or something like that. And it's like, but you know, that, I mean, he with his woman. You know, so who better than to damn near serve on the jurors than a guy that has a shorty, you know, that's black, you know, that you know, he can understand, you know, discrepancies and stuff that go on in relationships and stuff like that. Because man, I don't know, man. You know, the jury process is crazy. You know, like, you know, imagine getting judged by like a pack of incels and shit like that. Like, nigga, you don't know what it's like to be dealing with these type of broads, let alone the stuff that they ask for and things like that. You know, yeah, you in a toxic relationship. You know what I'm saying? Obviously. And then both of y'all are doing D-rugs. You dig what I'm saying? So what do y'all expect to happen? You know, you in a toxic relationship, both of y'all need y'all fix. You know, motherfuckers, you know, trying to get right and shit like that, all kinds of different stuff, you know. I mean, hey, somebody got to feel where you coming from, good, bad, right, or wrong, you know. And if you look at how people operate nowadays, especially now, I'm not gonna say we antisocial, but back in the day when your cable box nigga wasn't acting right, what you do? You slap the shit out of him. Okay, I shouldn't have said that. All right. I shouldn't have said that. All right, but y'all know what I'm talking about. You know, back in the day when your cable box ain't acting right, sometimes you gotta slap it back to factory settings. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that. Man, some people is a understatement sin. Most people, if you go look at a lot of women that reject good guys and go look at the underlying questions, not even the underlying questions, but the underlying answers that they give, right? They even tell you that, yeah, the relationship was good, but I need a little bit of toxicity, you know? And guys have to understand that's how a lot of women works. That's how a lot of women works. Like think about it. Like, if you take sex out of it, right? I mean, guys, we're weird. You understand what I'm saying? Some guys I know for sure would eat lasagna every day and be as happy as a pig and shit, right? But that's not how emotions work, you know? A lot of women, if you're like a good guy, right? And you're like a guy and it's like, oh, right away, everything needs to be to my lady's specifications. Right away. She needs to have everything done when she wants it, how she wants it, and blah, 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 right away. I go out of my way today to make sure my woman is okay, right? You one of that guy, right? She needs remedy fast, right? Head ass, right? Emotions don't work like that. Like, if a woman felt good all the time, even in her mind, she would lose track of herself. Because in her mind, she needs that up and down. She needs that roller coaster. She needs to know. She will go out of her way to destroy her situation or fuck something up. She needs to feel bad again so that she can remember what feeling good feels like. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, everything is just too good. Let me fuck something up so I can feel bad again, so we can feel good again. You know, let me do something to disrupt all of this shit. Let me cause some type of chaos, and then I want to feel happy again. They need the up and down. I remember when I was a young man, right? I remember when I was a young man and I made sure I went out of my way. I was Bruce Lee. I was kicking ass and spinning plates at the same time, right? You know, I went out of my way to make Shorty happy. Just make her happy. That's all I got to do, you know? And I was looking at the situation wrong because I'm a young man. See, y'all ask yourselves, why do men like superheroes and video games and stuff like that? You want to know why? Because it's clean cut. It's like, hey, talk to this guy in Grand Theft Auto if you want to go on a mission. So you're like, yes, I want to go on a mission. Or let me do these missions real quick until I have a little bit of freedom. I get to run around a little bit. You know, I get to breathe a little bit. You want to know why? Because the missions are presented to you as a task. You know, so we look at things as like a task. Like, okay, let me hurry up and get this done, and it should be okay. No, it's not okay. She's just gonna come up with something else, and something else, and then after a while, she's just gonna be sitting back, just abusing shit. You know what I'm saying? She's just gonna sit back and abuse shit. Just, oh, I gotta come up with something else. It's never done. Women, until you realize women, even as a young girl, have a never-ending to-do list. They have a never-ending to-do list. Nothing is never over in their mind. It's never over. Never-ending to-do list. You know? So So that's why, you gotta switch it up, fellas. I mean, if you have that type of intel and you know that about your lady, you gotta, or if she, or even if you bring that to her attention, you gotta let her regulate that shit. You know what I'm saying? Or you gotta figure out, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, she always had a list, right? You said my mother was an avid note taker. Yeah, it's a never ending to-do list. A lot of ladies, y'all minds plague you. Men too. It's not just ladies, but more commonly so in ladies. And this is the thing. That's why I was like, you got to switch it up. Like if your girl goes to work, fellas, at least, have her do that to other women or other people at work. Like take that shit out at work or something and try to somewhat be productive. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be coming in this house yelling at me about some shit that ain't got shit to do with me. Because back in the day, women used to know how to communicate. This is how I did so well with women, aside from knowing how to charm and disarm. And this is how I did. I did well with women because I learned how to be a communicator. I learned how to be a conversationalist. Back in the day, I did very well with women because I knew how to communicate. You know what I'm saying? I knew how to have stimulating communication. And then, like I said, I'm an introvert. So, I talk about it in my book that you guys should go get, Dating After COVID. Because I go into the nuances of, how the world had to recalibrate themselves, and it went out before COVID, but after COVID, it put everybody on a similar stage, when a lot of women got introduced and acclimated themselves to technology, they lost the art of how to communicate. First of all, women didn't know how to communicate before, I learned this when I became a conversationalist. That women did not know how to communicate before. They really didn't. They thought they did. And they used to try to guilt trip men into, oh, y'all need to learn how to communicate. Women never knew how to communicate. Some did, but most didn't. And if you did, a lot of times what would happen, fellas, is that their emotions would get in the way of their communication. So women struggled with a lot of communication problems in yesteryear before the cell phone. You know what I'm saying? I keep telling y'all, when they put the cameras on the damn phone, that shit became a dangerous commodity. We're going to talk about it because there was a couple, Frenchmen and the other girl, Duchess, I think, they killed each other on Facebook Live and shit like that. So that shit was crazy. We're going to talk about that. But anyway, a woman's emotions will hinder her ability to communicate effectively because she's going through a series of emotions that a man knows nothing about, whether self-inflicted or just how she feels about a certain situation. And she expects you to sit there and, well, he should know I'm feeling bad about this. No, bitch, why don't you open up your mouth and tell him you're feeling bad about that and communicate it in a way that he can receive it. You dig what I'm saying? Like women be wanting you to sit around and play Blue's Clues all damn day. No, you're an adult. Communicate effectively. And then also you need to communicate if you want him to do something about it or if you want to just sit there and yap. If you want to sit there and vent. But they expect a man to know all of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Shout outs to Sin. Sin says, I have a habit of interrupting people. I need to work on it. Sometimes, sometimes it ain't even really a habit. Sometimes, because sometimes I do that too. Sometimes I don't, but sometimes I do that too. If you get really excited about a conversation and shit like that, you kind of want to, and you kind of, have like a burst. Yeah, that happens, So sometimes it's like, it's not you really interrupting people. Sometimes you got to figure out that, oh, okay, I'm getting excited about something, Sin says, not me. I'm quite specific when I describe what's going on or how I feel. Okay, that's good. Make sure you keep those traits and qualities about yourself, because honestly, it will definitely help you in the future compared to some other women, But a lot of women, they don't know how to communicate. And then when their emotions, when that ball of emotions get wrapped up into the situation, then they definitely don't know how to communicate. They definitely don't know how to articulate themselves and stuff like that. Like I said, I talk about it in depth in my book because I'm an introvert. You know what I'm saying? And I when I happen to speak, people like me. When I happen to talk about something or open up, or they're like, damn, that quiet dude, he's funny. Or, when I get comfortable around people, yeah, get ready for the circus, So, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of women did not know how to communicate. Women are oral creatures, and by oral, I mean they go off of communication. They go off of sound. They go off of demeanor. You know what I'm saying? They go off of a lot of different stuff. And they want the world to bend to them. You know what I'm saying? Women can't help. Well, they can help it. I don't know if they care to, but they want the world to bend to them. They want things to come to them. They want things to, they believe things should happen when they want it to happen. A lot of people do that nowadays, but more so women. Dudes, we're a little bit more realistic with the world because we know things take work and things ain't gonna happen when we want it to happen, and you may have to sacrifice a little bit to get things that you want. We're a little bit more realistic. You dig? What's going on, D Chicago? D Chicago said, that's me. I'm quiet until I'm comfortable, then I don't stop talking. Laugh out loud clearly. It's all good. You know what it is though, D? Is more that is things that we're interested in. If something interests us, or you're like, okay, I can kind of relax a little bit. Then we get to testing the waters and shit like that. You did. Good to see you, D Chicago. Welcome to the show. Shout outs to YouTube's #1 contrarian. Let me stop. Shout outs to D Chicago. Good to see you, brother. But nah, that's just how it is. You know what I'm saying? So right before, the world changed a little bit again, I got really good with communicating with women. You know what I'm saying? And then also too, around that time, I was deep in my library. I was reading a bunch of books and stuff like that. And when you read books, fellas, this strengthens up your mouthpiece. You know what I'm saying? This strengthens up your lexicon. You have more words to pull from. You know what I'm saying? You just become a conversationalist. So when I became a conversationalist, I went through a little bit of before the phones really took off and stuff like that. Obviously, we're communicating on the internet before, but I went through a little bit of grace period, where quickly when I spoke to a woman, I started leading the conversation. You know what I'm saying? Because I realized that, oh, this is a woman's thing. You know what I'm saying? Women speak in gaps. That's one of the first things I picked up on. I'm like, man, women speak in gaps. Basically, they will say something and omit certain other things, and it's like dominoes. She line them up, I knock them down. Or I line them up, she knocks them down. Just depending on, the topic and what we're talking about. Either or, I can quickly figure out, okay, she lining them up, I'm knocking them down. Or I'm lining them up, she knocking them down. So I realized quickly that women speak, they speak in gaps. And you build comfort with them when you're a guy that can, you know what I'm saying, that can fill in the gaps or knock out the gaps. So you learn quickly that, oh, okay, talking to women is a dance. You know, talking to women is a dance. This is what she likes. This is what she meant to say. This is how she, you know, communicates. You know, okay. This is her communication style. Okay, this is interesting. You know, women, you know, they hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second. They get really interesting. You know, when you learn to dance and stuff like that, and then you learn how they interpret stuff too, because you know, that's something that I talked about, and I've been talking about it recently on the last couple of shows. Women take certain things from like a third person view, or they say it like it's up in the air. You know what I'm saying? So if you tell a woman, hey, can you pick that thing up over there for me and bring it to me? She, in her head, when the message reaches her, in her head, she's hearing, oh, okay, he asked me to pick this thing up and take this thing and bring it over to him. You know, that's how they hear it. You know, aimlessly as a guy, you can ask your lady, hey, babe, you know, I'm a bit hungry. Can you make me a sandwich, please? And you're like, hey, you know, can you do this for me? And what she hears is like, oh, he's asking me to make him a sandwich. That's how she hears it. He's asking me to make him a sandwich. You see what I'm saying? When you're like, hey babe, can you make us a sandwich? Sometimes you don't even say, can you make me a sandwich? Sometimes you be like, can you make us a sandwich? You know, I know you're hungry too, make one. Like he, you know. But in her mind, she's like, oh, he wants me to make him a sandwich. And then if I want one, I can make myself one. But I'm not that hungry, right? But see, you don't know she's not hungry. You understand what I'm saying? Like women are they're backwards when they receive information, and some of them they go out of they heard exactly what you said word for word, but it's like a big game of telephone. When it reaches them, they hear something completely different. So women process the world all the time as if they're taking a request. You know, they process the world as if they're taking a request all the time. When in actuality, men, we take more requests than women. But the thing is that we operate like machines. This is why when men build technology, we build technology and we have the mechanic responding like the organic. You understand what I'm saying? This is how the mechanic, you know, it copies the organic, you know. You know, I talk about it very deeply in my book. You know, I go deeply into it in my book, and I give you guys the keys to get confidence. You know, definitely the keys to get confidence. To obtain confidence, you know what I'm saying? If that's what you're looking for. You know, I'll give you guys the ingredients to get that. You dig what I'm saying? So, whenever you get the chance, you can check out this book right here. It's called Dating After COVID. You know what I'm saying? The Sigma Male's Guide to Post-COVID Dating Success. Really good book. You know, that's the first version of the book. I got the second version of the book coming out. I don't know why it's taking a long time to get over on Kindle Direct Publishing, but it'll be out sometime this summer, corrected and everything. So, you know. But anyway, you said, yeah, it's giving Diddy's take that. Right. Read that. You did. So yeah, you know, now with cell phones and stuff like that, and then people being, they just don't really know how to communicate nowadays, you know. So you have an edge. I had an edge over women with communicating with them because, number one, it was very hard, and women will tell you, it was very hard for them to find a guy that knew how to, first of all, talk, for extended periods of time, and then actually know how to talk. Like, women will be into you because it's like, oh, okay, first of all, this guy does speak, and he speaks pretty well. And then also, too, he understands, he's communicating in my language. Like, he understands how I understand things. Because sometimes, see, when the cell phone was created, fellas, when man created the cell phone, it was to keep things brief. It wasn't to extend things. You understand what I'm saying? It was to send a message and then get the hell up out of here. It was to keep things brief. That's why it was like instant message, not long message, instant message. Messages that were instant were supposed to be very short, not long. You understand what I'm saying? And women kind of didn't like that. Like I said, they are oral creatures. So they go off of they want to hear you say it because they want to hear how you say it. They don't want to, at that time, they didn't want to have to think about how you said it. They wanted to hear it from you, and they wanted to hear your voice and how you're speaking and stuff like that, because they want to hear certain things in your voice. That's how they get your ass. Some may say it's a part of manipulation. Some may be right. But the thing is that when people were texting and stuff like that, that it kind of robbed them of that. It took them to get used to it and stuff like that. And remember, if you guys didn't remember, what predated cell phones was the walkie-talkie. The walkie-talkie wasn't meant to have no long-ass conversation on it. It was meant to give a direct command and then go back to the plan. You dig what I'm saying? So that's really what that was for. You know what I'm saying? That's really, what those items was for. And then when you put the word social into something, you can expect women to take it over because women are more social than men. You understand what I'm saying? Social media. Again, and I've been saying this for years, more than 10 years. Women say 30,000 words a day at minimum, and a man says 10,000 words a day at minimum. Okay. And what would happen is, back in the day, if she found the man that can actually really talk, obviously present some type of gaps, i.e. dominoes that she can knock down and invest in the conversation also, and she felt like she was that she felt like, okay, this guy listened to me, he understands, I can talk to him, I can be open with him, and this builds comfort, fellas. She liked that. That was a big deal to her. You automatically, will get that woman in rare form. She'll immediately have a special folder for you. So you said when women start to mimic my speaking patterns over time, communicate with them. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Your girlfriend and stuff like that start saying stuff. If you have filler words, like if you say, she'll start to say the same thing also. And it's called mirroring. You know what I'm saying? It's called mirroring. So sometimes, like in a conversation, if somebody, and then you have something else called, basically in a conversation, you can mirror how people communicate with you, especially if you're a stranger. Like if that person doesn't communicate like that, you'll pick up on it. But if you're talking to a woman that you don't know and she's a stranger, and you start, looking at her mannerisms and stuff and how she talks and stuff like that, you can mirror some of that. And who are people more comfortable talking to? Themselves. Especially in your mind. So somewhat having a physical manifestation of somebody that understands you You know, that's a treat to people. You know, that's a luxury. It's a luxury to be understood. So what happens is, you know, they open up around you. They let their hair down, you know, and you're literally just observing them and mirroring them. Then when people communicate, they have something called pop words. So if you're talking to somebody in New York and at the end of every sentence that they say, they're like, you feel me? You feel me? You know, you can respond with, yeah, bro, I feel where you coming from. You know, I understand. You know, or if you're talking to Jim Jones and he like, you smell me? You smell? You know what I'm saying? Or if you talk to somebody and say, yeah, I understand. You know, they're worried about being understood. That's what they're communicating to you. See, it's called subcommunication. You know what I'm saying? It's like there's a underlying thing that they're trying to communicate to you that they probably haven't communicated to you. You know what I'm saying? So we pick up on a lot of stuff that women think that we don't pick up on. And we're going to talk about it on today's show. So shout outs to everybody here. Make sure you hit the like button, support the show. Hit the Cash App, hardest working man on YouTube. If you're picking up what I'm putting down, make sure to support the show and show some love. You know what I'm saying? If you're picking up what I'm putting down, all right? I appreciate you guys, all right? Cash App and PayPal is in the chat. Okay. So, a lot of things is going on in the world today. Like I said, I digress. You know, we'll get back to what's going on with R. Kelly. You know, R. Kelly a couple of days ago was saying that, he wanted to get let out of jail because an Aryan Nation brother, was, I guess the guy had cancer or something like that. And he said that even the prison staff and stuff like that tasked him with the task of taking out R. Kelly. You know what I'm saying? They tasked him with taking out R. Kelly. And he basically, instead of doing the job and warned R. Kelly, he told R. Kelly that they sent me here to unsubscribe you from life and shit. And he's like, but he was like sitting there watching you and stuff like that and observing you and just knowing who you are and blah blah blah. He said he couldn't do it. He had a change of heart. You know what I'm saying? And they were trying to say that he would have been the perfect person to do it because he had cancer. What's going on, Gail? Shout outs to Gail at night in the building. Good to see you, love. So they basically tasked another guy to come through and take out R. Kelly. And they were calling for his immediate release. They were like, listen, he was like, if I'm not going to do it, you know what I'm saying? So the prison staff is going to do it. And then, like I said, you got these crazy cases going on. You got Tory Lanez getting attacked in prison, and then you have Diddy going through his thing, and then you have R. Kelly. Like the timing is, one would say the timing is bad, but then one would say, hey bro, you better go for it. There ain't no perfect time now. You dig what I'm saying? And then overnight, y'all, some more of the same. Some more of the same occurred. R. Kelly overdosed. He got some medicine or something like that, even though he got like a lot of untreated stuff. Like he got blood clots in his leg and in his lung and all kind of other stuff. And they gave him some medicine. And there you go. What's going on, D-Mac? Shout outs to D-Mac, the trucker in the building. Yeah, D-Mac is basically telling y'all what I was just about to get into. Yeah. Like they you know what I'm saying? He overdosed on the medicine. They gave him the wrong dosage and he overdosed. So there's about the bro, this is bringing attention to his case. He about to bust it wide open. Pause. Shout outs to D-Mac the trucker in the building. Good to see you, brother. Let's get it. Shout outs to D-Mac in the building. Shout outs to my truck drivers. Shout outs to my truck drivers. Good to see you. D-Mac says, R. Kelly is a bad person, but nobody deserves the treatment he's getting. Sending him back to prison with blood clots is crazy. Absolutely, man. I agree. It's not right. You know, it's not right. Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second. I got too much tabs open. Shout outs to everybody here. Please support the show. As always. Why aren't we live on Rumble? Hold on. We supposed to be live on Rumble. See, this is the shit I'm talking about. Hold on. Give me 1 second, y'all. I wonder if it'll go up. Hold on. Let me just share this in my cord. Let me see if my Discord is working today. Let me see if I can share this in my Discord so you guys know that I'm live. That's horrible, Rumble. Okay, is it on now? Let me see. Because now it's giving me a thing to end the stream. You know, when you use this. Okay, it is live. Okay, we live now over on Rumble. You know, they giving me problems. Okay, shout outs to everybody over on Rumble. Good, we got one view on Rumble already. Good job. Y'all done, shout outs to everybody over on Rumble. Y'all done missed a very good intro. You know, but make sure you guys follow me over on YouTube so you can catch it. Shout outs to everybody over on Twitch. What's going on, TechRel? TechRel says buy XRP. XRP is declining right now, but I will say, yeah, I think people should buy XRP. I'm gonna start playing around with XRP on Coinbase. I just redid my Coinbase, so I'm trying to see if I can do I'm trying to do a small account so I can get back into scalping, but I don't know if I should be scalping on Coinbase or Robinhood. I think Robinhood is better for a little bit of scalping. I'm trying to grow a small account so that I can do overnight trades and stuff like that. But we'll see. But yeah, they're doing the Kells, man. They're doing him bad. They're doing him, you know, they're doing him dirty like the South, y'all. They're doing R. Kelly pretty horrible in jail and stuff like that. And you know, him overdosing is basically giving credence, you know, basically him, giving credence to what he was talking about. So, you know, one of the worst things that people want, especially as a warden in the jail, is to have, you know, unwanted attention on him. But they said that man going to sleep. They said that man got spiders crawling all over him and and all kinds of stuff. Like he living in inhumane conditions. They say he living in inhumane conditions and stuff like that. So he going through it, in there. And then, they putting hits out on him. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about music. They putting hits out on him. And now he overdosing and shit like that. And all of a sudden, oh my God, he got the wrong dosage. Like, they trying to Michael Jackson your boy. That's fucked up. You dig? That's fucked up. So he might be able to, get the care that he needs. He might be able to, he might be able to get the care that he needs, hopefully. You dig? Because like D-Mac said, I said the same thing too. People shouldn't have to go through that. He shouldn't have to definitely go through that. I said the same things, like, damn. But yeah, I wanted to bring that up earlier because I said I shared a birthday with R. Kelly, which is hilarious. UFO said that's part of what always seemed to be weird to me about side dudes. She's got to be mirroring some of her man's behavior. Yeah. A lot of times it's not even side dudes. When you're dating a woman and she just seems perfect from you, a lot of times she's mirroring her ex. In a weird way, I'm telling you, you're dating her ex. You understand what I'm saying? And a lot of women have taken your traits and things that you've taught her and dated the next dude. You know what I'm saying? That's what they don't talk about, UFO, when they talk about hypergamy. If you're the type of guy that leaves things, and women, of course, better than how you found them, then the next guy gets a treat. Because guess what? He's talking to her representative. But guess who's a big part of her representative? You. I give y'all the game, right? Y'all hit the like button, support the show. I am a cook. I like to cook. I'm basically a chef. I like to cook. Even if my girl knows how to cook, I cook. And I teach my lady how to cook. Or teach them how to cook certain dishes and stuff like that. Or if they know I know how to cook, and she like, yo, this plate that you made last night, that shit was busting. I woke up and ate the rest of the leftovers. I wanna make some more tonight. You know what I'm saying? How did you do it? Or she'll sit in the kitchen and watch how you prepare certain foods, cause she want to do it like you. And then guess what? When she off with the next nigga, guess what she cooking him to impress him? You damn Skippy. And like I said, being a player, I learned this in my 20s, bro. Man, listen, sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Cause I used to switch up where I take women and stuff to eat and stuff like that. And like you better be careful taking women to some of your spots for food and shit like that, because you'll take a woman on a date there, and let's say it works out, or let's say it doesn't work out, right? Well, guess what? She gonna take the new nigga when she's not dating you to make it seem like she know what the hell she talking about. Women do this all the time. They do this all the time. So she dating you, Hoti, she dating you. That's why it's scary. That's why you got to be able to know how to cold read people and shit like that. Because I pick up on that shit. I'm like, okay, this is clearly, she been around some niggas, or I'm dating her ex. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of these women are fresh up off their ex. So they're going to treat a guy. They already know how a guy likes to be treated. This is why some women, when they're single for a long time, they kind of lose that X energy. They kind of lose that luster and really can't keep a guy. You know what I'm saying? You said, Kuda, what do you think? I was gonna get into the K Michelle thing. A lot of these YouTubers, they're late, you know, and I get it. I'm like a day ahead of people, or half a day, you know. But I've already covered the K Michelle thing. Y'all make sure y'all head over to my page and check out my pre-record that I put out. But if you didn't, we can do that right now. We can do that right now. You dig? We can do that right now. And I talked about it, and we're going to go over it on today's show. It's Player Talk Radio. Give me 1 second. Un momento. Un momento. Y'all please hit the like button. Hit the Cash App. Let's check it out. I'm surprised they used this thumbnail, but let's go.
That's not what happens in Nashville. You can't call a woman a bitch, a hoe in Nashville.
This is my pre-record that I put out. This is my pre-record that I put out 3 days ago. Y'all seen everybody starting to react to it now. 3 days ago, I gave y'all this game 3 days. 3 days ago, y'all. This is old news. Let's go.
Well, being in Atlanta all this time and then going to Nashville, where it's predominantly white. One, they go home at 5 and 6 o'clock when they're producing, because they go home to their families.
Now, what is K Michelle saying, y'all? And women are way off when they do this. She wants you to act like the white man that she's dating. Why is she over here crying about black families when she dates white men? And she's trying to be a country singer. She's trying to do the Beyonce thing. She's trying to be a country singer, and she's trying to do the Beyonce thing. Where's your farm then? Let me tell y'all what happens in the black community, especially amongst the women. It's a little bit different with the men, but ladies, I'm sorry. I gotta tell on y'all, because this is especially amongst the women. Women take on the ideology. This is what we used to call in the manosphere before people stole it and bastardized it, called the imprint. They are imprinted by the men that they sleep with. So guess what? Mentally, their ideologies, when you let them talk, because they got dick on the brain, they're going to sound like the man that they fucking. You know? And it's fitting that we're talking about how women respond and take your words and your verbiage and stuff like that in a relationship because they like you. You inspire them. Naturally, that happens. But you know what else naturally happens? You take on the patina. Not necessarily the patina. My bad. You take on the ideologies and stuff of the men that you're dealing with, because you are being imprinted by a different type of man. So what that man wonders, sometimes you start to wonder it too. You take on his mental seed also. So your philosophy changes. And basically what she's saying here, if you know how to read her communication, because she don't know how to articulate herself, being a singer and an artist. And singers don't be writing their own music, by the way, y'all. She's basically telling the black community, why don't y'all be like the white community? When the white community got its own problems also, it's just that its stuff is not on the forefront. She's trying to shame the black man and up the white man. Of course, if you black and you hanging around white people, you're gonna be like, man, I see him going to work. Yes, because men go to work. I see him protecting his wife. Yes, because men protect their wives. Did she come back over to the black side? The only reason why she on the black side is to make her money. Show me a white nigga. Show me a white Garth Brooks ass nigga that's about to buy a K Michelle album. I don't give a damn if he's on the farm. They don't buy her music. They don't know who the hell she is. She was just, I got a video that I was gonna do as a pre-record. She was just on a podcast the other day, had to tell off a white woman that didn't know what the fuck she was talking about. Didn't even know who she was. You know? She expect them to know who the hell she is when she a crossover artist or attempting to cross over. She don't really have no demographic over there. So she really had no business coming over here trying to tell us how white people respond and how white people act and stuff like that. Bitch, you stand out. Get off my farm. Seeing your ass on the farm, they probably had slavery flashback. Let me stop, man. Yeah, go over there and pick some cotton. Let me stop. All right, let me stop. No, but she up here crying, telling y'all about what black families need to do and shit like that. It's like, no, go over there and divest. It don't even matter if you're a good-looking, titties out, all kinds of BBL, good-looking black sister. You got to know the white man's type. I know the white man's type. It's interesting. And sadly enough, K. Michelle, yeah, you got a little bit of money, you got a little bit of accolades and stuff like that. You know, one of my white players will scoop you up, but they're not going to take you seriously. And today, family, hit the like button and support the show. It's some more of the same. I said this more than 3 days ago. Years ago, actually. When her BBL was falling out her booty hole. You know, they have a type. And if you do or you pass and you're not really their type, it's going to hinder and affect the quality of the type of white man that she gets. She's not going to get the top of the top white man. She ain't. So she got to come back over here and spew her jaded ideology back on the black man. She what she really wants is black people and black men to be like, oh, please come back to this side, K. Michelle. The K is for Coon. It's player talk. Y'all support the show. Let's get it.
Being a country singer, if you are a singer in country music, you're a man. If you are not married, it is not respected. Family is respected in country music in that space, but in our space, we are singing about side chicks. We are glorifying a lot of women. That's not what happens in Nashville. You can't call a woman a bitch, a hoe in Nashville, because they'll never even listen to your music, and your professional career will suffer. At what point in the black community do our men create real homes? And even talking, just our first time talking.
She's just going to sit there and ramble and shit like that. Shout outs to UFO. He said, it's been a personal theory of mine that women will naturally revert back to feminine ways if they're single long enough. After a breakup, that imprinting takes time to fade. Some things never fade. Well, women get a crossroads when that happens, UFO. You know, they can be very bitter and just be a bitter single woman, which you see a lot of. Or a bitter single woman that gotta fill the shoes and stuff like that, because yeah, women still want sex. Women still want certain things. So they're back in the dating game with their ex's grace. They don't know what they choosing, or the pool of niggas that they choosing from is trash, you know. And niggas ain't shit for a long time till they find somebody that is. And then what good are they to him? Because they on the niggas ain't shit carousel, you know. Shout outs to D-Mac. D-Mac said, in my 20s, I would take a chick to Applebee's on the rich side, in the rich side of town. Same prices, better neighborhood. Absolutely. The extra money that you going to spend, you put that shit in the gas. You already know, player. You already know. On the East Coast, we got this place called Famous Dave's. You know, you go, man, shit. Famous Dave's is the spot, you know. Then they got this hot sauce called the Devil's Spit. Ooh, man. Man, you could act a fool at famous Dave's. I'm giving y'all the game. All right. You said if your chick was into guns when you met her, guess what's most likely? Yeah, that's what happened with my ex. Me and her used to go to the gun range all the time. And then when she started dating a new nigga, she got him to go into the gun range, and I think she talked him into being a security guard, and then she became a security guard. So I was like, oh, okay. I see she's still holding on to the Cuda man. All right, you dig? You dig? You said all Atlanta niggas ain't like that bitch. Yeah, she been down in men. And this is on Father's Day, y'all. You know, this is Father's Day weekend, so I made sure I had this pre-record out for you guys. You know, it's just YouTube playing, you know, algorithm playing games. You did? You said if your chick knows basic car maintenance when you met her, guess what happened most likely? Exactly. YouTube didn't teach her that. You did? You said K. Michelle took the pink pill. Right. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, the wrong women, the divester women are trying to gas y'all up to go do something to white people when they're sleeping with the enemy. I've been saying this for the long time. Like, why would I listen to you? You sleeping with the enemy. Don't sit up there and put a battery in my back and then say, hey, go find George Zimmerman and put in that work for your family. And then guess what? Your ass go up there and go find George Zimmerman, and then guess what happens to your ass? You sneak in that man's house. You make his way to his bedroom. You know what I'm saying? You got the switchy on the pistol, right? And you ready to put in work, right? And then you kick open the door, and then guess what? Yo, bitch, in bed with George Zimmerman. Yo, bitch, in bed with George Zimmerman. And now you confused. You don't know whether to ride for your family or shoot your bitch. Kick open the door, your woman in bed right with the enemy. So as a black man, you should be free right now. Let the women, if the women don't want to go live their life and they want to hold on to that bullshit and lie to you and try to gas you up, talk about restore the black family. They want you to restore the black family on their terms. And then it's not even that. Women, they're lousy opportunists in a lot of cases. They're selfish. I want you to listen to her line of conversation here. She's gonna lie to him about restoring the black family when it's not about restoring the black family. It's really about restoring female worship. She wants the black man to be of service to her, not the children. No, be of service to me. Protect the black women, not protect your black family. Now make sure your children are good. Now make sure to protect yourself so you can be of service to protect the black. No, protect the women. Black women put themselves over the family. They put themselves over the family. You are at the bottom of the totem pole. And if she has kids before you, and this is stuff that you need to know because, you know, I mean, it's like, well, I mean, that's kind of how it goes. If she has kids from another man, you come third and fourth in her life. Cause she comes number one, then her kids, then she comes in number third, and then you're probably at number 4 or number 3rd if she doesn't put herself twice. You know what I'm saying? But her kids are over you. You know, and to a certain degree, if you understand how shit works, you really can't say nothing about that. You know, when Ice Cube was giving black women the big beautiful bill, they were like, okay, so what's in it for us? And he's like, you are the family. Women are spoiled see, feminism can only exist in a patriarch. We have a group of spoiled men that are weak, and we have a group of spoiled women that are weak, that are taken care of by men and the technology that men have brought to them. So now they feel that they don't need you no more. You know, oh, he taught me how to drive a car, so now I don't need him no more. Yes, but you don't know how a car works. You know, I don't need him no more till the car breaks down. Oh, he taught me how to use a cell phone, or he put one in my hand and he taught me how to use a camera and all this technology and shit like that. And now that I feel that I have enough knowledge on it, I don't need him no more. Till that camera breaks down or that phone starts malfunctioning. tyrants. You know? They disrespect you. You got to have an extra eye on women. Because if they don't listen to God, what they going to do with you? Respectfully. They're not entrusted with this type of responsibility. They're not entrusted with this type of responsibility. Women don't protect the world. Man does. Can't no woman stop no nigga from launching no nuke right now. But yet this woman is sitting up here, not even dating black men, trying to shame you back into the nuclear family. Let go.
And you said you didn't even mean for that to happen. Life happens. I'm not here to judge life. I'm looking at a successful black man that has the ability to literally turn the narrative on black family, you know? And my grandfather, I watched my uncles and everything. My whole family, they're married. I'm not the girl who didn't see what a man creating a black family is supposed to be. So I'm asking right now, black men.
What's going on, Curlin?
Black men to really step up for black women and create families.
Look at these crocodile tears. And listen, while she up there weeping and crying, I'm a lying ass bitch. I be lying there and crying, man, I really ain't shit. When she up there weeping and crying, a black man hands her a tissue. Shout outs to Curlin M in the building. Good to see you, bro. Bro, I need to catch up with you. Let me know if you want to join the panel, NPC Business. Shout outs to Sister George. Sister George was over the other day. She was like, man, she's like, she know you going crazy in your lab with the MPC3. You know, the MPC3 model. You dig? Yeah, Chris G. Chris G, I'm mad you the only one that's picking up on this. Who knows where this music is from? If you know where this music is from, bro, this shit is funny. Y'all know I be sneaking in little jokes, inside jokes in all my work. Y'all know. UFO Kamikaze said, that's why I've always compared knowingly being a side dude to being a cuck. Yeah. Yeah, to a certain degree. If you stick around as a side dude for a certain amount of time, yes, you are probably cucked out, because you know she's directly dealing with her husband and then coming to come see you, or you know what I'm saying. You know you're trusting her to manage dealing directly with her husband and then coming to come see you or her man. You don't know if you know what I'm saying, and if you're not requiring her to take a shower, or if you ain't got no mouthwash or nothing for her on deck, you are cucked out, you know.
It's really not cool. Black men are attacking black women. And it's not a...
And literally, if you do your research, you can actually just listen. Let me put y'all on game. You can hear the white man speaking in her. All you got to do is just picture a white man saying the exact same shit that she's saying. You black men are you're making babies all over the place. Why are you doing that? And you're hurting women, and you're just being a menace to society. Just imagine a white man saying the same thing.
Cool, they're not creating homes. They're creating babies everywhere. It's not cool. And I'm asking you, other successful black men, to be, you have to set an example as leads. The cute social media back and forth on black women. Black women are strong. Black women are
right, Carlin.
Where you come from, this and that. So
she seemed like she a cool person, but guess what? The thing is, I'll tell you what happened with her. You said someone that she chose probably took her through there. Yeah, exactly. And then the thing is, though, she's still a country girl. You know, make no mistake. You know, she ratchet, but she's still a country girl. So she done slept with somebody in the industry. She done slept with couple white dudes in the industry. And yeah, you know, she done slept with a couple white dudes in the industry. And like, she's really looking back at her community. And, you know, she thought she could leave. But it's like, no, you're going to get passed around the industry.
There probably isn't any sympathy for you and just life happening. Because there's so many other things around you going on that are not fair to black women. What is going on with the black family?
Not even the black family. She keeps sneaking in black women. That's what she wants to talk about. She wants to talk about niggas being fair to black women and leave out the family. She sparingly puts in the family, but she's talking about black women. She don't got nothing to say to Sexy Red. She don't got nothing to say to Glorilla, that just won a gospel album, by the way. She don't got nothing to say to nobody. Why does the responsibility fall on black men every single fucking time? When black men are the most active fathers in their children's life. Black men, thanks to us in the manosphere, y'all are welcome. Don't say I never did shit for y'all. We have made black men the most active fathers in their children's lives. Us. Black men actually use condoms the most. Yes, we made Magnum what it is today. I cannot stand lying ass bitches.
They're great.
I'm a lying ass bitch. I'm a lying ass bitch. I be lying and crying.
Man, I really ain't shit.
I'm a narcissistic, manipulating, lying ass bitch. I be crying and lying. Man, I really ain't shit. Somebody get the plunger. Yeah, I'm really full of shit. I'm the type of bitch you gotta watch while you piss. Told my ex today that I love him when I don't. I'm the type of bitch that ain't never really home. Homie hopping bitch, yeah, I had to double back. Pick a nigga like prize picks, I want my money back. I gamble on these niggas, yeah, I'm trying to find a winner. Baby, how you
I be
feel?
lying
Yeah,
and crying, man, I really ain't shit.
Niggas call me Tigger, yeah, this pussy really great.
Turn on the sprinkler system, y'all.
Some fucking frosted flakes. Stand a nigga up, and I ain't talking about his dick. He wanna go on dates, but I'd rather run plays. I say, let's go sell your weed, baby, sell it to my hoes. If the hoes try to question, I'll say he my little brother. I'm a narcissist, manipulating.
Lying ass bitch, I be lying and crying, man, I really ain't shit. I'm sorry, this is my song. This is my song, y'all. This shit crank, hold up.
I just get pissed off. I get real mad, I tell a nigga piss off. I might put my pants down and piss on the ground. I never, ever piss round late. I tell a nigga come, but he cannot stay. My own place, but I tell him it's my mom's.
I'm a lying ass bitch. I'm a lying ass bitch. She a laugh. I'm a lying ass bitch. I be lying and crying, man, I really ain't shit. Who got a speaker system in their car, bro? That shit crank, man. Whoo-wee. I be lying and crying, man, I really ain't shit. I'm a narcissist, manipulating, lying ass bitch. Lord have mercy. Welcome to the show. Shout outs to my brother Aunt T. Yeah, she done turned on the sprinkler system. She done turned on the sprinkler system. I'm a lying ass bitch. You said, what kind of sadistic bitch uses the concept of fathers to shame black men for Father's Day? Right. The current emotional state of confused women, just evil. And yes, Auntie, you know as well as I do that being a father is a thankless job. Auntie said these chicks that have no respect don't trigger me. Their confusion is obvious, and most are currently living confused. Hell, they've even created most are living in the confused hell they've created for themselves. Absolutely. And this is the thing. They be trying to take Father's Day. Fathers don't get shit for Father's Day, man. Fathers don't get shit for Father's Day. You get a tie and get told to go back to work. Oh, what you buy your fathers for Father's Day? A lawnmower so he can go cut the grass. You get told to go back to work. Every single Father's Day, you get told to go back to work. You're just a walking wallet until your kids turn 30 and then may have an inch of what you may have gone through at the time. You get told to go back to work. Take your ass back to work. Take that ass back to work.
We are consistently creating
Wow, this motherfucker up here sounding like Maya Angelou.
the cycle
Who didn't fuck with black men, by the way, neither.
of kids who can't come home and see their daddy there. And they see their mama sad at night. At what point is the successful black man in this world going to step in and really create structure? I see white men doing it every day.
I know, the white man that you like to date. You're sitting up here, you went to a black man show. You didn't go to a white man show. You're going to a black man show to tell him how the white man is doing better than him. You're using the white man that's not wifing you up, by the way. Because a hypergamous woman is married. It is not a... Listen, fellas, a lot of women have locked themselves out of the hypergamy market. It is not a hard thing for a woman to get a man to marry them. It really isn't. It really isn't. It is not hard. And then even if it is hard, she still has a simp or two hanging around that can get the job done. You know what I'm saying? But women are smart. You know, it's like you know, because women are red pill. Women are players. I keep trying to drill this home to y'all. Women are players. Because women know the simps that would marry them, and they're like, nah, I can't see myself married to that nigga. Just the same way a nigga be like, nah, I can't see myself wifing up that hoe. For sure. They players. If they want to be married that bad, they can marry any single one of their simps or open up the Hold on, my signal is going down. Y'all hit the like button, support the show, please. Yeah, she had a box butt. You know what I'm saying? And this is the thing, y'all. Let me know if you guys can hear me. If you could put a 1 in the chat. I don't know, it clicked out. But this is the thing. You know, she up here trying to compare black men to white men. As if you know what I'm saying, as if black men had you know, and then try to use slavery, not even slavery, but just trying to use, you know, black fatherly guilt and shit like that. You know, as if, you know, hold on. Let me do this real quick. You know, she's trying to use the guilt. You know, as if, you know, we started off equal. Like our families wasn't tampered with. Why when you're in bed having buck sex with your slave master, why don't you ask him why did he tamper with our families? You know, did black African American families have the same head start that other families did? Maybe if we had the same head start, it would be easy for us also. You know, and you know, y'all know me. I know my history. I'm really not trying to force history on y'all, but you know, y'all seen me go off. Y'all seen me get tired. Like why the fuck do y'all keep trying to you know, trying to keep bringing this kumbaya shit to us. I'm tired of this kumbaya shit. I'm tired of this kumbaya shit. What black women say to you? Oh, well, I gotta go down slavery road before I cook you something to eat. Oh, being with the black man is like slavery. What's going on, Bronze Flat Power God in the building? Shout outs to Bronze Flat Power God in the place to be, man. Shout outs to my brother, big old player in the building. Let's get it. Good to see you, bro. And shout outs to Auntie. Happy Father's Day. Shout outs to Curlin. Happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to the fathers here. I'm really rooting for us, you know. Eyes to Pappy too. You dig? Because I'm trying to tell y'all, man. You know, you got to hear this kumbaya story every time you want somebody to act right or to be treated like a decent human being. And let me tell you something, man. And I was going to talk about this the other day, but did y'all know over on TikTok, there's this thing going around. I was going to cover it about 4 or 5 days ago. This is how ahead of the curve I be, I'm about to show y'all how ahead of the curve I be. But I was going to cover it. They're saying there's women on TikTok running around saying that dating men is a humiliation ritual. Can't make this shit up. They said dating men, modern men, is a humiliation ritual. The same way that these women will tell you that doing nice things for her man, i.e. you, is a form of slavery. But she got no problem doing it for the white man or her white man. Maintaining her man. And most of these women, they're only dating certain guys. They're only dating certain guys to look cool to their friends. Her dating another black man is like a downgrade from her dating her white man. So she gonna act right around that white man. She gonna make him a sandwich. Brad finna get the best out of K. Michelle. She gonna save that attitude and bullshit for you. Why ain't she getting invited on white platforms? And why when she's around country white women, she going crazy? So she gonna save that shit for you. You are listening to a white man talking right now. Let's get it. She's his megaphone.
I get to witness the best of both worlds every day. Getting on stage singing R&B, being here in Atlanta, I get to sing R&B, but then I get to go to Nashville and be like, you mean you ain't staying out till 6 in the morning? You gonna go home to your family? You gonna write this song and leave at 5 and 6 because you gonna take care of your family and your wife? At what point do the successful black men build black families? We ain't gonna ever have a black family if y'all don't do it. We're never gonna have it. It's just not gonna happen. So if your mentality is, yes, things happen, and I'm not.
Let's go to Underrated Darkness.
But at what?
Happy Father's Day to the fathers in the building. Shout outs to Underrated Darkness. Shout outs to Underrated Darkness in the building. No problem, bro. Shout outs to Underrated Darkness. Let's get it.
At what point you take that black woman? Do you be at a home and show your kids what it's like? At what point do you take a grip to it, not make excuses for it or mantras and things like that? It is so unfair to black women who have been the strength and builders of so many things. And I know life happens. You can't be with somebody you don't want to be with or whatever. But my grandparents did it. My grandfather, 92, died when he was 92, my best friend. I never seen another type of man. That's why I've turned down 3 rings because they wasn't like my grandpa.
It's like, who is this woman speaking for? She's never been under an actual black patriarchy. And you know what's funny? Let me put y'all onto some real game. Let me put y'all onto some real game. Shout out to Underrated Darkness in the building. Let me put y'all onto some real game. Let me put y'all onto some real game. What's going on, Raven Knight? Shout outs to Raven Knight in the building. Yes, sir. Hold on, yo. She's never been under any type of black patriarchy. Like, what the fuck is she talking about? Her and a lot of other sisters, they've never been under actual black patriarchy. Let me tell y'all something about the brothers like myself and real brothers that are really... Yeah, she just rambling. Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all something about black men. You know what's funny? Because black men, we truly love our sisters, right? And this is disappointing. This is disappointing and disheartening to us, sisters. Let me tell y'all something. And black men, real black men, have known this for a long time. And y'all make sure y'all hit the like button, support the show. I'm about to say something y'all never heard nobody ever said out of all the history you've ever studied. I'm about to say something real. Real. Do you know that black men deep down inside, because like I said, a lot of black women and white women fear the same exact thing. They fear black male leadership. Because they know the treason that they've committed, and they think that black men are still holding on to that. Let me tell y'all something, and it's some real shit. If black men was to get in the position of leadership, the irony of it is that they wouldn't even practice patriarchy. That's the crazy part. If black men was to get into the leadership of running the community and stuff like that, black men wouldn't even be practicing patriarchy. You know? It would be more of like a kingdom than a patriarch. Black men wouldn't even be practicing like this, at least this type of brand of patriarchy. Like literally, our sisters are saying that, yo, we will take the white man's patriarchy any day over yours. Black men haven't been in leadership positions like that for so long that even the woman would have a say. She wouldn't be subjected to a lot of stuff. And just the fact that they would do that, that's crazy. That's fucking ridiculous. That they fear you that much. They fear you being in a leadership position. They don't even think that you're fit to lead. They need you to, you know, what Lil Wayne said on Fly In. What Lil Wayne said, when the jungle was open, I rode in with the lions. When the jungle was open, I rode in. No. What he saying? Hold on. What's that Lil Wayne? I don't want to misquote him. When the jungle was open, I rode in with the riders, stole food from the bears, and brought it back to the lions. You know, they want to ride on your coattail because you're easy to manipulate and flip. Yes, kill yourself and then give it to mama. Kill yourself and then give it to mama. That's what they want you to do. Mama! You are so patriarchal minded that you will protect your daughters, your sisters, your mamas, your cousin. You will overly protect them. But them will be the ones that will turn you in. They will do you in. You are a voucher to them. You are a voucher. A lot of women, especially country women and stuff like that, where was slavery being taken place at? I'm from Maryland. I know all this shit. This might be new to y'all, but this is old to me. You got a lot of sisters that will surrender themselves over to the master. Tell on the brothers. Come to the same conclusion. I don't know why you niggas won't act right, but till then, I'm gonna be on this side of the fence. Mama gotta survive. Mama gotta survive. Mama gotta survive. Mama gotta survive. Shout outs to the old man. They'll tell on you.
Get out of here, you damn nigga!
They'll tell on you. Why you niggas won't act right? So I can act like I'm a part of y'all. Like, how is niggas running around here calling niggas tethers all day and you ain't get the treasonous people about your circle? How are niggas running around here calling niggas tethers all day and you still ain't getting the treasonous niggas that openly tell you that they're divesting in front of you about your circle? How comes y'all didn't get them up out of here? Here you running around culture appropriating, talking like you Tariq Nasheed, biting off of Tariq Nasheed. Everything Tariq Nasheed say, you run back and say it. Niggas are culture appropriating Tariq Nasheed. Like, why the hell we watching? We just watch Tariq Nasheed. Lord Jumar ass niggas. And then you sell out. Remember, Godfrey was supposed to be the tether, y'all. Since people keep wanting to shoving this goofy rendition of their own Kumbaya story down your throat, Godfrey was supposed to be the tether, y'all. Yet he practiced more humility and was on code more than Lord Jumar.
Get out of here, you damn nigga!
Then you got to sit here and listen to this woman shame you back into the like really? Niggas should be ashamed of themselves. Getting shamed into a nuclear family as if you don't see all of these men doing this. Why don't she go talk to Halle Bailey? Let DDG see his child. That action ain't breaking up a black family.
She had a miscarriage. And she told everybody that she had a miscarriage.
That's not breaking up the black family.
And she told everybody that she had a miscarriage.
So we're going to just say, oh, the men need to be in their kid's life when these dudes are getting put on child support. When the mother is destroying the family externally. Where's K. Michelle? Why aren't you down at the child support office talking to young women and rallying for them to go see to let their children see their fathers? I know you. I've seen you before. Hey, I know you. I've seen you before.
They're great.
I'm a lying ass bitch. I'm a lying ass bitch.
I be lying and crying, man. I really ain't shit.
I'm a narcissistic, manipulating, lying ass bitch. I be crying and lying, man. I really ain't shit. Somebody get the plunger. Yeah, I'm really full of shit. I'm the type of bitch you gotta watch while you piss.
Y'all hit the like button. Support the show. Ain't this entertaining? Hit the like button, y'all. Support the show, y'all. Let me catch up on these comments real quick. Let me let this go real quick. Let me let her lie some more.
My grandfather raised 9 kids on his own because my grandma.
And he would be rolling in his grave if he see the kind of white guys you let use you up. And you run back to your community and lie like this.
I died before I could even meet her. what point are our black men gonna stop the bullshit, the social media shit and all of that, and build black homes? If we don't build black homes, we can't depend on white folk to build black homes. So when you see somebody like your significant other who clearly loves you, and it's all these black women rooting for her, rooting for you, they want you to build a black home. That's their anger. They don't know you. They can't judge you for anything else. They want you being who you are, being attractive, being successful. They want you to take hold and solidify and build a black home. That's not saying you're not taking care of the kids you have, because clearly you are, and you love your kids. Taking care of your kids and building a home is two different things. At what point are we gonna stop these back and forths? Oh, this type of woman don't say nothing to me about that. Well, guess what? You're just weak.
And then you know what's the crazy part about this goofy ass speech? You know what's the crazy part about this, y'all? You know what's the crazy part about all of this shit? And I've even went on record to say this. If I'm a white man, I'd be keeping my, this is why they don't wife them. I'd be keeping my eye on them. I'd be keeping my eye on them, because how the fuck are you laid up with me as your white male and savior and stuff like that? I said this with the Divester girls. How the hell you laying up with me, but you're running on the other side of the fence trying to put a battery in the black man's back to come do something to me? Think about it. How are you laid up with me and you're trying to put you're going on the other side, you're going on the other side of the fence trying to encourage black men to do something to me or fix their families and ride for their families? Even if I was a racist, even though I'm pretty sure a lot of the guys that she sleep with, they're probably not racist, but you can't fault somebody for sticking up for their race. Do you understand that? You understand that, right? And I'm the type of guy, like I said, I'm from the original manosphere where we were all together. And remember, like I said, once they start seeing black men getting white women, the white boys could not contain themselves. They could not contain themselves. And this is how the manosphere split. This is exactly how the manosphere split. Them white trolls and stuff like that, it hurt them. It did something to their soul when they saw black men getting white women, and Nola Girl was the end of it. But when those white men got those black girls, black brothers over here were proud. Like, hey man, yo, look, hey man, keep an eye on her. She a firecracker. Even though when she on this side of the fence, she's, nigga, let me tell y'all something, y'all. When a lot of black women, this is why I need that shirt that brother created a long time ago. You just had to be there. He made this shirt, and he says, I want the same black woman that white men get. Y'all niggas don't even listen. All of this stupid shit that you are sitting here day in and day out going on Hamp Show and all these other shows and Lapeef and Anton and all these shows, and you're telling them and you're yelling and preaching to them how you want the black woman to act. She knows she playing the game with you. You stupid.
Get out of here, you damn nigga!
You know she knows she's playing the game with you. Because all the shit that you want her to do for you, all that shit kicks in like his Wi-Fi when she get over to that white man house. She automatically does that. You gotta hear that it's slavery if she's sweeping the house and you happen to be present. She's sweeping the floor. A floor that she that she messed up also. They know who to pull that shit on and who not to pull that shit on. She calling your bluff. That white man don't even have to hear that kumbaya story. She wait till she get around you to start telling you about slavery. Her little bullshit rendition of slavery. She playing games with you. She playing right in your fucking face, turning on sprinklers and all this other stuff and telling you that this is where her pain is coming from. Why all of a sudden she remember her pain when she get around with you, but there's no pain when she around Brad?
Girl, thank you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle.
And you sitting up here pleading with her, can you just please be decent? Please be decent. Turn that attitude off. She know how to be decent and turn that attitude off when Brad invited her to the gala or a ball. See, she could take Brad. She feels that she could take Brad with her if she wants to go somewhere. She could take Brad with her. All Brad gotta do is put on a suit. But she feels like if she gotta take you to a ball, fellas, black man, it's gonna set her back a little bit. You can't wear Jordans to this gala. We're gonna be around white peoples. Learns how to act right. You need to learn how to act right. Y'all niggas are seeing your woman be obedient to men right in front of you on your goddamn turf. Your goofy ass got to jump on a plane. You scared to jump on planes. I'm seeing niggas that haven't been on a plane a day in their life trying to get on YouTube and tell y'all how the world works. Kuda, you don't know how the world works. Have you been on a plane before, sir? Nah, but I will. I drove. Okay, well, shit. Maybe I don't know how the world works. Maybe I don't know how the world works, y'all. This bitch been to Nashville talking about some, you don't know how the black family work. Nigga, go to Europe. Go to all these other places and stuff like that. Trying to lecture y'all about how white families work and shit. Oh, you mean the white families that reject you? Sadly enough, you can, but you can't. You could take a K. Michelle home to mama. That white man probably can't, though. Black people, you could take a K. Michelle home to mama. She probably get her made. She probably don't do it herself. She probably cook the K. Michelle types. I'm telling you, shit, they cook a mean cornbread. You know, they cook a mean deviled eggs. They cook that. You know. But white people ain't looking for that shit. They want Rice Krispies. You dig? Do you cook Rice Krispies? How does the quiche taste like? You dig? So they can play this game all fucking day. They playing with y'all niggas, man. They playing with y'all niggas. You know, they tend to forget that you have a lot of brothers that hang around, you know, other groups of people and stuff like that. That other brothers can spot this from a mile away. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of us worldly brothers, when we go to certain places, yeah, we stand out because we black, but guess what? We worldly people. We fit right in. We don't have to, like, suck up to a new group of people to get put on. But a lot of these sisters do. Because guess what? They got to suppress how they usually walk around at. They got to hold in their stomach. So they can't wait till they can get around you and let their stomach out. They wait till they get around you and let their stomach out. But they sit up there listening to you saying, yo, why don't you hold in your stomach for me? Why don't you wear a waist trainer for me? You holding your stomach, you speak with poise, you have etiquette, you're nice, you're pleasant when you're around them, and then you wait till you have an attitude till you get to me. It's night and day. Go talk to your husband about this shit. He probably vents to her about this shit when he looks at the news. And she says he's right, and then she come over here and try to talk to you about, don't talk to me about that, go talk to your husband about that shit. That white man that you like to date. See if he wants to listen to that shit. He's not even going to take her seriously. But you supposed to hear a kumbaya story every time you want her to act right. You want her to act right, she tell you,
get out of here, you damn nigga!
You going to get this kumbaya story. You're gonna feel my wrath. Go up there and talk crazy to Cam Newton. Like white men don't got babies all over the fucking place. White men are the original deadbeat daddy. You silly bitch. Why are you telling black men that are involved with their children and getting shamed and pushed out of the household? You want to talk to us about slavery and shit like that? Okay, well then why are mostly white women on welfare? And their dads and men that they dealt with didn't have to leave the house. Y'all hit the like button, support the show if I'm cooking, man. I'm cooking and I'm washing the dishes, y'all. Hand it over. Support the show, y'all. Pass the collection plate, man. The Father's Day disrespect. This is what black men get. We get a TED Talk from K. Michelle. Really? Shout outs to Auntie. Auntie said we put up with that shit from our kids, but not from grown women that can be replaced. At least kids grow up and move out. They'll tell you that you were right at some point. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, they gotta have that plantation. She over there having mammy sex and then want to come over here and try to, you know what I'm saying? Cool. We happy for you. But I digress. Getting back to what I'm telling you, even if that guy was racist, I still believe that he deserves a quality black woman. If the woman says that she's quality like she tells you and I. She says, hey, black man, you not acting right. I'm going to go over here and do this because I'm a quality woman and I'm not going to waste my quality on you. Good. Then that white man should get some quality from you also. You should be over there turning into Eve. Nigga, Eve done went off with her white man. That's the last time we seen her. She would never perform tambourine ever again. She don't even know who Swiss Beats is at this point. Tambourine, boom, whistling. She ain't never gonna perform tambourine ever again. Rough Riders, what is that? Eve done went off with her white man and rode off to the sunset, as she should. She looked like she wanted to come back over. She looked like she in hell over there. Y'all saw that Thanksgiving picture? She like she in hell over there. Like, this is, okay, this is, I gotta get an exit plan. She sees Sexy Red and all these other people over here twerking and shit like that. The grass looking greener on the other side. That Kentucky bluegrass ain't even hitting like it should anymore. Like a white man would get mad at K. Michelle. Like, why are your goods on display? Like Cam Newton can see down your fucking cleavage. Yeah, nice titties, bitch, but why are you in front of that Negro with your titties out like that? Goofy ass woman. You don't even know what enrages white men. Dumbass, man. This is
like, you want a strong woman around you, and I'm sorry, like, black women have just, that we get copied from hell.
Oh shit, what's going on, War Master? Good to see you, bro. Shout outs to all the real players in the building. Let's get it. Yes, let the evil course through you. Yes. Shout outs to War Master. All right,
Get out of here, you damn nigga!
shout outs to War Master. War Master says she can have a father or a check, not oof. War Master coming in here on 10. Oh my God. Hold on. God damn. The War Master said, well, fuck it. Hit the button. Listen, man. Because this is the thing. Like, you're not about to sit up here and be like, my granddaddy, I've never seen such a man. You know, I'm an equal opportunist, man. I'm not about to sit up here. Like, women are a lousy opportunist and they're not fair. Imagine being an opportunist and you're not fair. Shout outs to the real sisters. Shout outs to my playettes in the building. This ain't for y'all. You know,
thank you, girl. Sprinkle.
This ain't for y'all. You know, that know what I'm talking about. But it may sting a little bit listening to a real black man speak from the soul. But somebody got to do it. Please support the show as you always have been. I'm going to tell y'all some real shit. Look at these 3 variables you got to put up with. Women are not the fairer sex. Y'all are sitting up here begging for women to be fair. How do you have somebody that's not an equal opportunist when it comes to you? Maybe amongst other women, she might try to pull that goofy ass shit. But how can you respect somebody that claims to be an equal opportunist? She's a lousy opportunist. And she's getting up here she's not fair. And she's getting up here trying to preach to you equality. She's up here trying to preach to you equality. In her jaded view. When she's a lousy opportunist and she's not fair. But she's trying to tell you about equality. Because she can only view the world from how she views it. From her standpoint of view. And things that she's heard. And things that she believes in. And she has a hard time putting herself in a man's shoes or another woman's shoes for that matter. Women will only agree. Women will never want to live in a matriarch. Women will only agree with each other if they felt that another woman has went through it also. And barely that. Because she gonna leave out the fact that she put herself through that shit. All women do is complain about the end result. The desired result. And they're opportunists. Again, they want the good options on the table, and they also want the bad options on the table, should in case they have to make a choice. They even want the options on the table if they're never even going to use it. It's there. But it's not for the next woman when it whittles down to it. It's for them. It's for them. It's for them. So why would anybody listen to them? Let's go.
To body, to everything. Black women are the most unloved individuals
Here we go.
in America, but the ones who have built.
The most mimicked.
Most mimic. Good or bad mimic, you know?
But the most ones being naked, getting attention, and running around and begging their men for attention. Oh yeah, the most unprotected. Man, listen, if you didn't get yourself into half the shit you got yourself into, there wouldn't be no protection. And why all of y'all are acting like y'all are survivors? Women have the most rights, laws. They're the most free. They can be gay as a whistle. They can go outside butt naked. They can smoke and drink all they want to their heart's desire. They can have all the protection from men and simps. They can go fight bitches. They can go on Love and Hip Hop. They can do all of this stuff. And why are y'all the most depressed? Why, y'all are still complaining. You can go outside as a black woman and just throw yourself to the gulag. You can treat yourself as a receptacle. You can destroy yourself. You can go get surgeries. You can buy a pair of ass and titties before you own a house. The world is yours and you're still complaining. You have the internet now. You're under the illusion that you control your own hypergamy. You can get as much attention as you want. You don't have to be that woman that's deprived of attention. Your attention base level is on steroids. What's the problem now? You live in the she economy. You're living in the whole economy. You don't have to get a boyfriend after you done trashed yourself and fucked yourself over. You could just start an OnlyFans. Why are you on here lecturing men in the black community to have decorum and your titties is out and nobody gonna say nothing to you? You have this big goofy mural on the side of your arm and your titties is out. You can look in the camera and be a walking contradiction and no one says nothing to you because they want to fuck. And you want them to fuck. Yes, you want them to pay attention to your titties. Yes, you want your body to be on display. Yes, you want that goofy tattoo to be on display. But it's everybody else's fault.
But we looking to you. We looking to you.
Oh, yes, and 51% of black men are single and don't have kids. Who you looking to? %51 of black men don't have kids.
A successful black man, we are looking to you to change the narrative. And when you don't, it becomes, go on that show and tear his ass up.
I received that. And nothing but a white flag.
Bro, this is what I'm saying. Shout outs to DM. Yes, I'm cooking every single stream. Y'all please hit the like button and support the show. Let me know. Hit the like button and support the show. Then it's another thing. Women get everything. Women can quadruple dip their cookies in a lifetime. If you don't want to fuck men, you can go to black men. You can go to a different race of men. How are you fucking up over there when you have all of those options? You can go date Asian men. You can go date Latina brothers. You can go date white men. Then if you want, you can go date women. You can date women that look feminine. You can go date women that look like K. Michelle. Or you can go date women that look like Manny Fresh. Or Kevin Gates. Or King Von. Or Lil Boosie. Then you got endless sex toys. Then you can deal with your gay friends, your gay best friends that are dudes. You can go sleep with gay men. You have all these options. But yet you come to the straight man's doorstep. And it's something he need to fix.
I have been guilty. But if we're going to have this conversation, how we need to have this conversation, just like you're
right, Auntie.
Hold me accountable.
I need black women to hold themselves.
Okay, come on, let's go.
Oh boy, fellas, how many times?
I just stopped it before she started lying. She's not gonna sit up there and hold black women accountable.
Have I had to tell you how annoying and dumb as hell these conversations get? I am trying to tell you, this woman is trying to shame black men into a nuclear family, and it is futile. Like, she came up with this whole story of, oh, well, the country singers.
What's going on, Kev?
They go home at an early,
good to see you, brother.
Time to be with their family and all this other stuff. Like, why are modern women, especially this one, big ass tattoo on the side of her arm, big old titties out, watch BBLs and all this other stuff, trying to shame you as a black man into being a family man, when she and they don't even respect family. And then she's telling you to be a...
And that's the crazy thing. She had a botched BBL and everything. Why is she shaming you as a black man back into the nuclear family when modern women have demonstrated and told you that they don't respect family? They don't respect the nuclear family. They don't respect the nuclear family. They hide behind the nuclear family. They don't respect the nuclear family.
Black men and got like 8 crocodile tears for Cam Newton. She's really gesturing to Cam Newton because he has...
She's talking about Cam Newton and gesturing to him. Turning on the sprinklers, these crocodile tears. And then lying. And then she don't even date black men. She putting on a show.
A lot of kids and stuff like that. And look at how she's dressed. We're trying to tell you to have some class and some decorum. And then it's crazy because, like, what? She's not even saying, hey, why don't you,
Right, D Chicago. We talk like we meet up every Sunday.
Become responsible black men for the family. Become responsible black men for the kids and blah, blah, blah. No, it gets into this weird, goofy spiel about protecting black women, and you have to do it for the...
And that's the thing with a lot of women. If she's going through it, you need to be going through it too. You know, as a dad, when you're in your household, and let's say you're sad about something, you know what you got to do so you're not weak in front of your family? Because you're alone. You got black men that have full families that he has to take care of and foot the bill for, and he's alone. You can't even tell your woman how you feel. You can't even cry in front of your kids if that's the way you feel. You got to take care of a family and you're alone. Happy Father's Day to the real fathers. There's nobody going to speak for y'all. You are a fucking alone. You got to go cry in the car. But when the mother's having a bad day, the kid need to have a bad day. You need to have a bad day. And y'all need to understand how she feels. I'm going to go out of my way to tell you I'm having a bad day, and you need to feel like that too. I'm going to try to manipulate the whole family because I feel a certain type of way about that. When she want to go to sleep, we're going to sleep. No, you going to sleep. I'm doing what the hell I'm doing. Go take your ass in the room and go to sleep. Well, I want to go to sleep and I want to cuddle with you and be in the bed with you. Well, I'm not sleepy and I want to do something else. This ain't your world. That's what they do. They always trying to do something. They're always fucking with something, meddling with something, instead of just letting something be. Oh, I know this person's mine, but I need to know he's mine. Women will wake up, even your own wife, fellas, they'll wake up and scratch you like you ain't that nigga. It's like they always got to make sure they always in constant need of reassurance. They always need to make sure they have a winning scratch card. They know you're a winning scratch card, but they just want extra reassurance today. Oh, I know this guy is committed to me, but let me put a deterrent or something in the way to make sure he's super committed to me. I don't have no reason for it, but I just want to know. Because I'm not feeling sexy today. He's in charge of me feeling sexy today. I'm going to play y'all something. Give me 1 second. Today's show going to be a really good show. Y'all hit the like button. Please support the show. Let's go.
Black women and black men gotta step up for black women, and just step up for black women, and be the man that we want you to. Like, fellas, why do you have to listen to a kumbaya story just for women to act right? Ladies, shout outs to the good sisters that are listening to this. Do you not see why the man leaves? Who the hell wants to be around this shit? Man, listen.
What's going on, New?
The black man, you're not even acting right. You gotta negotiate with cooking and cleaning. Like this is just it's dumb. What are we talking about here? The black man stepping up for the black women? Should he step up for the black women or the family? Or his community? Can he lead the black women? No. Can he lead his family? No. Can he lead the community? Y'all divorce us and then complain why we barely married. Nah, man. And black men, especially guys like Cam Newton and stuff like that, to have to subject yourself to sit around and hear this from her. K. Michelle, big old titties, had to redo her BBL about 5 times and all that. Nah, bro. Nah, dog. And with all due respect, I love my sisters. I love my people. I love my community. Nah, dog. This ain't it. This ain't it. Getting shamed into the black nuclear family that black men are already trying to build. And y'all want to see the matriarch nuclear family. They don't want to see actual black male leadership. Black women have never been led by black men and saw actual black male leadership. Black women, these women complaining and saying and doing all this shit they've never been in a black patriarchy at all. they don't know what it looks like. You want to know why? Because black men don't know what it looks like. But we all know what a matriarch is. The black community is a matriarch within a patriarch. And to tell you the truth, black women are the most protected. Okay? But when you have an unruly woman going out of her way to start doing stuff, nah, man, your common sense got to kick in. When they don't tell black lesbian women to do this. They are fighting with black lesbian women. They don't tell black lesbian women to step up for their families and their communities and raise the kids and all this other stuff. They don't do none of that. Black men ain't trying to hear this shit. And you shouldn't either. So hey, she can keep that bullshit wherever she at. You know what I'm saying? You on this man's fucking podcast, butt naked, areola's about to pop out, and a big mural on the side of your arm. Stop. And then you know your BBL, you was sunk into that damn couch. No, bro. You're the last person to be talking about family and all this other stuff. And then you know the can't raise a man and all that. Like, bro, this shit is tiring, man. This shit is tiring. So let me know what y'all think down in the comments below. Please hit the super chat, Cash App, PayPal. Support the show. It's Player Talk Radio. You know who it is. I am your gracious host, DJ Kuda. Right back at the helm of today's show. It's Player Talk. Peace.
See? Y'all go check out my pre-records, man. I put this out 3 days. 3 days ago. 4 days now where I'm at. 4 days ago. You dig? Shout outs to everybody enjoying the content. Shout outs to everybody supporting the content. Shout outs to Auntie. I got your link. Let me see. Let's take a look at that. Hopefully, I'm gonna play a little bit of it because I don't want the Breakfast Club to strike your boy. I don't want the Breakfast Club to strike your boy. All right, let's go. Hold on.
Studio with K. Michelle.
Yeah.
Love and Hip Hop ATL. Now, Syph Rosenberg, I know you guys don't do the reality TV thing.
Right.
But I'm all about it. I've been watching the last season, the first season of Love and Hip Hop ATL. I watched it faithfully. But your story was...
Oh, it's not the Breakfast Club. Okay, we should be good.
You basically weren't attached to a man. You were a single female on there telling your story.
Yeah.
So why did you decide to do Love and Hip Hop ATL in the first place?
I was going to do New York, but they said, you know, my accent and everything, it just didn't mesh or whatever. And I was in Atlanta working, and then Mona reached out to me. And
What's going on, Prince P?
Told what happened with me, and I got on the show.
Now, it seems like...
Even if she could, she can't.
Gag order or something, because you talked about this person on the show and the person that you were with for
this
years.
is so-and-so's ex.
Her.
Shout outs to Prince P in the building. Now, I'm gonna put y'all up on game. You know, because a lot of these manosphere niggas are dated. That's what they calling 304s now, y'all. Because 304 is an old term. You know, you type in the calculator 304, this is what you get. No, let me tell you what they calling the women now that gets passed around. They're calling them balls. She's a ball. She a basketball. You know what I'm saying? They're calling them balls. Pause. They're calling them balls. Oh my God. They're calling them balls. Okay? Y'all hit the like button, hit the Cash App, hit the PayPal, y'all. They're calling them balls, like a basketball. You pass the basketball around and shit like that. So I was about to tell y'all that K. Michelle, she got passed around by the niggas in the NBA. She got passed around by dudes in the industry. She trying to get into country music, so she getting passed around by some of these top white country guys in the industry. And they deal with sisters too. She a ball. Pass the ball. All right. The irony in these things are fitting.
Her ex.
Right. But
Can
him,
we say
that I
his
know
name?
him.
I mean, I don't really care too much.
I'm really confused, guys.
The guy's name was Memphis or whatever, right?
Memphis, the
yeah,
A&R
right.
guy, you talked openly about that relationship.
Absolutely.
And the abuse, and you had this one scene that really hit me because you were in your wedding dress and you talked to young girls about abuse and being abused. What made you decide to open yourself up to that lane, considering that people may think that you were crazy?
Now, if y'all don't know who Memphis is, Memphis was the guy that was behind Huey. Rest in peace to Huey. You know, the producer that was behind Huey. To toot that ass up, shawty, make it roll. When you drop it on it real low. Pop, lock, and drop it. Pop, lock, and drop it. That Memphis was the guy behind Huey. Okay. Yeah. So if y'all don't know who they talking about, he's like the A&R dude that was behind Huey. Let's go.
Well, I mean, they think I'm crazy regardless. So,
You are crazy.
It is what it is with that. But I had already been an advocate for domestic violence. I've done a lot of charity work with it. So that scene was something that was very powerful. Everybody in there was, brought to tears from it. And those girls are girls that I actually keep up with still, from Saving Our Daughters, the organization. So, I could be wretched and do a lot of stuff, but at the end of the day,
I can be ratchet.
You have to have something that you stand for. And that's something I stand for, and that's something I went through, and that's something I ain't gonna go through no more.
There was also somebody else in the show. She's also an artist, and she said that she straight up did not believe a word.
Oh, you're talking
that
about Bag Lady.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Who? Why don't we use names?
Yeah, that's
who are we
what-
talking about? Who's the name of that one?
You talk about Rashida, the Bag Lady?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Rashida. Got it.
Shout outs to Rashida. I like Rashida.
She was on there with her husband. She calls her Bag Lady, I guess, because of her eyes or something.
She carries a lot of weight under her eyes.
And she said
That's
she didn't
nice.
believe you. She didn't believe your story. She said that she felt that you made it up, that you were delusional, because she knows this guy.
So how comes when you get around, she know how to behave when she get around other people, but when they get around brothers, they don't know how to act. She up there crying on Cam Newton's show. Really?
They're great.
What's going on, Vader? Good to see you, bro. Right.
Lying ass bitch, I be lying and crying, but I really ain't shit. I'm a narcissistic, manipulating, lying ass bitch. I be crying and lying, man, I really ain't shit. Somebody get the plunger, yeah, I'm really full of shit. I'm the type of bitch you gotta watch while you piss. Told my ex today that I love her when I don't. I'm the type of bitch that ain't never really home. Homie hopper bitch, yeah, I had to double back. Pick a nigga like Prize Picks, I want my money back. I gamble on these niggas, yeah, I'm trying to find a winner. Baby, how you figure? Yeah, I want a couple figures. Niggas call me Tigger, yeah, this pussy really great. He gon' eat it up like some fucking Frosted Flakes. Stand a nigga up, and I ain't talking about a stick. He wanna go on dates, but I'd rather run play. I say, let's go sell your weed, better sell it to my hoes. If the hoes try to question, I say he my little brother. I'm a narcissist,
Manipulating, lying ass bitch. I be lying and crying, man, I really ain't shit.
I never been pissy, I just get pissed off. I get real mad, I tell a nigga piss off. I might put my pants down and piss on the ground.
That's disgusting. She said, somebody get the plunger, man, I'm really full of shit. You lying ass bitch. She be lying and crying, man. She really ain't shit. She reconciling. Let's go.
Do our men create
Shout out to
real
Chaz.
homes? So I'm asking right now, black men,
I ain't the only one adding music to this shit.
black men to really step up for black women and create families. It's really not cool.
A few.
Nigga, Cam Newton sitting there like, man, what the fuck did I do? A few moments later. Watch this. I didn't get to see this part of the interview, y'all. Look.
Few moments later.
Have you ever dated outside your race?
Yes, that's all I would like to do.
I beg your pardon. Now?
Yes.
I beg your pardon.
And I've always told black women to be open to dating even outside
Oh, she happy. She happier than a pig in shit now. Look, y'all.
of their race. I love black love, and I would like that.
Yes. Yes. Oh, yes. I dated outside my. Let me tell y'all something real quick. Cause y'all like to fake talk about hypergamy. Do you know that if you're a woman and you've dated outside of your race, you technically should be married? Like quickly, like you should get like immediately scooped up. Expeditiously scooped up. You should immediately be scooped up. You should immediately get scooped up. It's like dating during your social circle. Something wrong with you. Like I said, they can't practice hypergamy the way that y'all it was introduced to y'all. Y'all got to really start hitting the like button and supporting the show. I've been giving y'all the game for the longest time. They can't practice hypergamy. Their identity, their decisions, their attitude. They lock themselves out of the hypergamy market, especially with other races and cultures and stuff like that. And let me tell y'all something. There's a lot of black brothers that would have brought K. Michelle home had she act right. They get fucked on by these other races and then get sent back to you. Then get on your podcast and start crying. D Chicago said black people create violent kids that turn into violent adults. Stop hitting your kids. They won't think hitting adults okay. Yeah, to a certain degree, I agree with that. Shout outs to Vader in the building. Yes, sir. War Master said we are not their men, for fuck's sakes. That's true. That's true. And that's another thing. Good observation, War Master. That's another thing I forgot to point out. That when they talk about their men, look at the ownership. The ownership is like, see, and I talked to y'all about this when we talk about history and slavery. The white men during slavery, first of all, they're not even our women. If you go read the book, Daughters of the Trade and stuff like that, a lot of the women in the black community, with the exception of a couple of them, a lot of the women in the black community were reassigned to black men. It's a different type of Africanized woman that was reassigned to American black men. That's why I see all of these people copying me and try to say what I've said, and they butcher it because they don't know. Okay, this is something from the epicenter. This is something that I came up with, and YouTube, they deleted that video. That video was too raw for YouTube. I gotta go find it and put it up on Rumble or Patreon, where I was telling, and then they try to get it up out of here because I used a little bit of footage, and I didn't use a lot. It was like 30 seconds. I was in my rights. I used a little bit of footage from National Geographic. So I did a comparison masterfully in that video, showing y'all how the black community got done like a colony of bees. What's going on, party? Good to see you, bro. Welcome to the show. Hold on. Let me introduce my brother to the show. Now, I was talking about how they rehouse bees. And what happens is, because bees are very smart, you know. I was talking to y'all about honey and the different type of honey and stuff like that, like Manuka, Yemeni, all different types of honey, right? And I was telling y'all that bees are very fucking smart. They're very smart. Okay, they're very smart. And bees, they reject and select queens. You can't just be a queen and just say, hey, I'm going to take over this hive. No, you've got to be selected, because you're going to be producing a different DNA code of bees. They're going to be mating with you, and you're going to be producing a different DNA code of bees. So you had African honeybees and you got different types of bees, right? And a lot of these bees, they aggressively defend their hives and stuff like that. And I masterfully went over how they did to bees what they did in slavery. You know what I'm saying? And what they did was they took African bees that defended their hive and stuff aggressively, and they put European honeybees there. But what they did was, instead of having the queen bee out in the open, because this is how I watch shit like this. I got stung the fuck up by some bees in my youth, so I'm kind of a little bit fascinated by bees. But anyway, they're rehousing these bees, and they take the queen and they put her in a cartridge. They put her in a cartridge. And what they do is they put that queen bee in the middle of the rack, and put the rack back into the shelves, and they requeen the colony, and they put her in a cartridge. And what happens is the bees are trying to kill her or do whatever, either select or reject her, but they can't do nothing to her because she's in a cartridge. And what she's doing while she's sitting in this cartridge, she's just there, just doing her thing, and she's fanning off her coochie wind to the other bees. She's fanning off the spores and stuff like that, and those new bees are getting acclimated to the new smell. Even though innately those bees are like, man, we gotta get her out of here. We don't like her. This is horrible. We gonna destroy her. Blah blah blah. And then over hours and time, being subjected to that, then they soften up, because they can't do nothing to her. They can't reject her. And then the beekeepers come back like a week or a couple of days later, and then they let her out of the cartridge. Because guess what? Now all the other bees have her scent on them, her pheromones. They're influenced by her. And then they start producing. And then the generation goes on, and then these bees become less aggressive. But deep down inside, they know that that's not their bee. We're African, such as, hybrid bees. We're African bees and stuff like that. We get down a certain way to ensure our survival. But now we're up under the instructions of a new bee. And I went through the history and stuff like that, and dropped that game. Seeing a lot of people copy me. YouTube, they struck my channel, and yeah, I had to get rid of that video. They didn't even tell me to get rid of it. They got rid of it for me. They don't want that type of that type of knowledge floating around here, because it's spot on. And I'm the only person that I know that ever made that comparison and used it as an example. Again, I'm a content creator, not a content repeater. So if you go read the daughters and the sisters of the trade, they repurposed, they assigned a different woman to us in a lot of cases on a lot of these different plantations, just like my bee analogy, right? And you know what I'm saying? They were supposed to assume ownership over the men. They were supposed to assume ownership over the men. Okay? All right, let me catch up. You said Idris Elba said, no, thank you. Ain't no hope for her. Man. Y'all hit the like button, support the show. It's Player Talk Radio. Let's get it.
But to see my African American women sitting around waiting on a black man is
right. She cried on my shit.
Whoever he wants to choose.
Do you look at that?
I do. I date. I've always dated.
Now?
Yes. At what point in the black community do our men create real homes? So I'm asking right now, black men, and I tell my black men to really
right, party.
Step up for black women and create families. It's really not cool.
A few moments later.
Have you ever dated outside your race?
Yes, that's all I would like to do.
I beg your pardon. Now?
Yes.
I beg your pardon.
And I've always told black women to be open to dating, even outside of their race. I love black love, and I would like that. But to see my African American women sitting around waiting on a black man as he chooses whoever he wants to choose.
Do you look at that?
I do. I date. I've always dated outside of my race. And I would like for black women to be open to the people that like them. White men love me. Like, white men love me.
Ooh, yeah. Ooh, honey child. Let me tell you.
This interview has.
Let me tell you, the white mans love me. The white man. Brad can't get enough of me. He likes my brown sugar. The white man can't get enough of me.
At what point in the black community do our men create real homes? So I'm asking right now, black men, and I tell my black men to really step up for black women and create families. It's really not cool.
A few moments later.
Have you ever dated outside your race?
Yes, that's all I would like to do.
I beg your pardon. Now?
Yes.
I beg your pardon.
And I've always told black women to be open to dating, even outside of their race. I love black love, and I would like that. But to see my African American women sitting around waiting on a black man as he chooses whoever he wants to choose.
Do you look at that?
I do. I date. I've always dated outside of my race. And I would like for black women to be open to the people that like them. White men love me. Like, white men love me.
This interview has been making its rounds across the internet. And before I play the rest of the clip, I want to first address the obvious in this video. That is that we have a swirler, a self-professed swirler, who is going out of her way to try to chastise black men for not being loyal enough to building the black family. I want you guys to notice how there is generally a huge...
And she doesn't see this. We're gonna run this back. Shout out to Chaz. Hold on. I got something. Y'all hit the like. Hold on.
At what point in the black community do our men create real homes? So I'm asking right now, black men, and I tell my
this is crazy.
Black men to really step up for black women and create families. It's really not cool.
The white mans love me.
A few moments later.
Have you ever dated outside your race?
Yes, that's all I would like to do.
I beg your pardon. Now?
Yes.
I beg your pardon.
And I've always told black women to be open to dating, even outside of their race. I love black love, and I would like that. But to see my African American women sitting around waiting on a black man as he chooses whoever he wants to choose.
Do you look at that?
I do. I date. I've always dated outside of my race. And I would like for black women to be open to the people that like them. White men love me.
The white man's loves me. It's Player Talk Radio. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. Support the show. Hit the Cash App. That's $PTV 888. That's PTV 888. That's $ PTV 888. Please hit the PayPal. I'm going to drop both links again in the chat. Please support the show. We about to get into some weird country kumbaya slave shit. I really don't like talking about this stuff because it's futile. It's dumb at this point. Like, what are we going to do? Restore the nuclear family? Now you got black women taunting y'all about the nuclear family. Actually, they've been doing this for years. But the white man loves money. He don't likes you, but he loves me. I got a song for y'all. Give him the goddamn clap. Yeah, baby. Till I make you shit. Hey, yo, listen. Nigga, when K Michelle speak, this is all I swear to God, y'all, too. I swear to God, that's not AI. I swear to God, that's not AI, bro. That's not AI. I swear to God, it's not AI. I swear.
Get out of here, you damn nigga!
I do it to you till I make you shit. Nigga. How do you go from giving somebody head to making them... Hey, look. That's some head you can keep. She gonna do it to you till you make it... Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, my goodness. Shout outs. What's going on? Shout outs to Toya in the building.
Thank you, girl. Sprinkle.
Oh, my Lord. Good to see you. I know. I'm sorry. Oh, Lord. Yeah, that was a genre of music that we need to get the hell on from. I'm telling y'all, man. Shout outs to the good sisters in the building, man. You know, I really I really wish y'all didn't have to sit back and be subjected to listen to this, but hey. It's always the women that's speaking for y'all that have no fucking business speaking for y'all. It's always women speaking for y'all that have no fucking business speaking for y'all. And let me tell y'all something. This is the matriarch that they want y'all to live in. Imagine good sisters having to be subjected into living in this goofy matriarch that K Michelle wants to talk about. And this is the thing, y'all. This is the thing on top of that. They're going to want to be in charge. Women know what the fuck they doing. They don't want to answer to another woman. I know if I was a woman, I wouldn't. Like, bitch, we crazy. Hell no. I'm going to take my own chances. And that's how women think. Rightfully so. I don't fault them for that. But see, as men, protectors of the earth, not just you, the earth, they have a way bigger responsibility than y'all. We got to know that. You can live your life all blissful and don't even know that. Oh, I want this. That's not good for you. Well, I want it anyway. Okay. Till you realize you don't want it, and then the person that says that you don't want it is like a kid begging their parents for candy, and then when diabetes show up, they want the parent to save them from the diabetes, or they take advantage of that. Diabetes. They want to speak for the sisters, but the people that's actually really defending the sisters that don't want to defend them because they're full of shit. I'm a lying ass bitch. I be lying and crying, man. I really ain't shit. Wolf in sheep's clothing. Now all of a sudden, men don't defend us. No, we won't defend you. You have no honor. You dating a white man, but you trying to tell the black man how to...
At what point in the black community do our men create?
Please hit the like button, support the show, y'all.
So
I'm tired.
Asking right now, black men, and I tell my black men to really step up for black women and create families. It's really not cool.
A few moments later.
Have you ever dated outside your race?
Yes, that's all I would like to do.
I beg your pardon. Now?
Yes.
I beg your pardon.
And I've always told black women to be open to dating, even outside of their race. I love black love, and I would like that. But to see my African American women sitting around waiting on a black man as he chooses whoever he wants to choose.
Do you look at that?
Look at these dual-minded, bipolar, two-sided women. See, this is, you know how much men, listen, you know how much men would lose their lives because it's like say less. You know how much men would lose their lives because they only heard the first half of this of this podcast. They're like, my sister up there crying. Yeah, we ain't right. We need to save the family. She up there crying. Let me turn this off and go do the right thing. Let me go make a move. Right?
Step up for black women.
Oh, man.
And create families.
You know what? She right.
It's really not cool.
I need to do something. I need to gather my brothers together. We need to go march. We need to do something, man.
A few moments.
We need to do something. And then guess what? When the warriors and the brothers that's gonna fight on her behalf leaves, and another woman and her sisters are sitting around talking after the warriors done left to rally to go stop the crying, her sisters ask her
later.
Have you ever dated outside your race?
Yes, that's all I would like to do.
Oh, you don't, y'all niggas are dead.com right now. You don't get to sit around and hear this part.
I beg your pardon. Now?
Yes.
I beg your pardon.
Right,
and
Vader.
I've always told black women to be open to dating, even outside of their race. I love black love, and I would like that.
Nigga, this the Ghost movie. You niggas are sitting around jumping up and down, mad as fuck. Dead.com. 76 black men have died today in a mass shooting. They were listening to K. Michelle and they got mad and they went out there, and she gonna show up to your funeral with that white man. She gonna show up to your funeral with that white man who probably pulled one of them triggers.
But to see my African American women sitting around waiting on a black man as he chooses whoever he wants to choose.
Do you look at that?
I do. I date. I've always dated outside of my race. And I would like for black women to be open to the people that like them. White men love me. Like, white men love me.
Ooh, she had to say it again.
This interview has been making its rounds across the internet.
Before we get into this interview,
before
y'all,
I play the rest of the clip, I want to first address the obvious in this video. That is that we have a swirler, a self-professed swirler, who was going out of her way to try to chastise black men for not being loyal enough to building the black family.
All right, before we get into this interview, y'all, please hit the like button on the way in and support the show. 3 hours and 6 minutes into the madness. It's Player Talk Radio. Thank you guys for hitting the like button. Hit the like button and give you a chance to hit the like button, y'all. Please support the show. And one more thing.
Look, man, let me tell you something. And don't you never forget this. You hear me? I forgot what I was finna say.
Shout outs to the fathers that had to listen to this stupid shit on Father's Day. Shout outs to the fathers and happy Father's Day to all the fathers in the chat. Shout outs to the Father's Day the fathers that had to listen to this stupid shit on Father's Day. Let's go.
I want you guys to notice how there is generally a huge lack of self-awareness that Black women have when they have these relationship discussions. And I'm not really sure exactly what it is, if it's just decades upon decades upon decades of echo chambers that have been reinforced across mass media, if Black women just are not used to listening to what Black men want or think. But to me, the audacity of a self-proclaimed swirler to try to put on her pro-Black hat and then chastise Black men for not being loyal enough or being committed enough to building a Black family, to me is such a high level of hypocrisy. I don't even know how to really process it. And what's so crazy to me is that she doesn't, like, this doesn't register as strange or inconsistent with a lot of women, because honestly what a lot of women will say is they have no choice but to divest and swirl because Black men are not showing up in the way that they need to. And that's kind of what she alluded to even in this interview. She talked about how she turned down 3 engagements because they weren't like her granddaddy. And then she also went on to talk about why Black women need to expand their options because they can't wait around for Black men to get it together. So, I mean, it's pretty much just the same talking points that we've heard since day one. And y'all know, I don't have a problem with anybody dating outside of their race, and that's what they want to do. It's no shade. What I don't like is the propaganda, the misinformation, and quite frankly, the lack of accountability that I see being used behind the whole swirl or interracial divesting topic. It oftentimes becomes a reason to blame Black men for all the ways in which they're not showing up. And it is really never about Black women being reflective on the ways in which they are not showing up. And so I just see it being a lot of cap. I see it a lot of, Black men aren't being like white men treat me better, but then these white men never marry these Black women. Like, and it's just the same.
Yeah, that's what I think it is, Party.
But anyways, I just wanted to point that out because I don't think that even Black women, even Black swirlers, pro-Black swirlers recognize the way in which they can be perceived as super hypocritical by the opposite gender. Even if you agree with everything K. Michelle says and is about to say in the clip I'm going to show you, does she really need to be the one saying it? I would argue no, or I would argue that a lot of men are not going to take her seriously when it comes to the importance of building a Black family, because that's never been a standard that she's lived by based upon her own admission. Anyways, let me show y'all the rest of this clip and then I'll give you my thoughts.
Black men are attacking Black women. And it's not a cool, they're not creating homes.
Look, a Black man handed her, she didn't even say thank you. Didn't even say thank you. Big black nigga hand and handed her some tissue. She'd be like, thank you. She could at least whispered it out. Didn't even say thank you. Fake ass. Look.
Are attacking Black women.
Let me tell y'all something. Oh, this could either be legendary, but it damn sure is hereditary. Let me tell y'all the ideal relationship for Black women. Them there with their white man and a Black man serving both of them. They like that. Both of them like that. Both of them like that. If they, you got, if it was on if this was in the plantations, on a plantation, what's going on, Lord? Good to see you, bro. Welcome to the show. Always good to see you. They would like to be laid up. They would like to be laid up with their white man and a Black man serving them. Look at how this Black man handed her ass some tissue to clean up them fake ass tears. She got a face full of makeup, no tears. Look at him. Look at this dude. Hand her the tissue. Here you go, madame. Not even a thank you.
And it's not a cool. They're not creating homes. They're creating babies everywhere. It's not cool. And I'm asking you, other successful Black.
Meanwhile, white men got babies all over the damn place.
Men, you have to set an example.
Get your lives straight.
As leads. The cute social media back and forth on Black women. Black women are strong. Black women are
Here we
where
go.
you come from, this and
Now here's the pep talk she has to give herself, thinking that everybody's gonna feel the same way. Here's the pep talk.
Get out of here, you damn nigga!
Black women are strong. United we stand, divided we fall. It's 7 p.m. Friday and 95 degrees. I ain't got no nigga and no nigga ain't got me.
Get out of here, you damn nigga!
that. So there probably isn't any sympathy for you and just life happening because there's so many other things around you going on that are not fair to black women. What is going on with the black family? We are consistently creating the cycle of kids who can't come home and see their daddy there. And they see their mama sad at night. At
Right,
what
party.
point is the successful black man in this world going to step in and really create structure? I see white men doing it every day. My grandfather raised 9 kids on his own because my grandmama died before I could even meet her.
I don't know why. I mean, we got some good sisters that, we do have some good sisters in the community. They just save that bullshit for you. Like, she not gonna do the slavery talk with her white man unless it's like some weird bedroom sex thing. They save that slavery talk for y'all. She get straight to her job. She says serving a black man is slavery. And if you go on TikTok, I was on TikTok last week, and there was a bunch of sisters on there saying that dating black men is a humiliation ritual. This is what they said.
Get out of here, you damn nigga!
Dating a black man is a humiliation ritual. That's what they said. They said dating a black man is a humiliation ritual. Okay? Please hit the like button, y'all. Support the show. 3 hours and 15 minutes into the madness. Giving y'all a great show. Very entertaining show. It's hump day. You dig? And I'm trying to tell y'all, man, why do we have to go through this? Why do we have to, this Father's Day, why do we have to listen to this? Why do we have to listen to men that you're not doing enough? This is a successful woman. How come when black men or men in general get their money, they have to build community centers and all kinds of stuff and rec centers and all kinds of other shit? But when the black sisters get their money, they can spend it on themselves and bastard kids. She don't got to, the K. Michelle don't got to build a rec center. Why don't she build a rec center? Why don't she build a school? Y'all niggas criticizing Umar, who just got his school vandalized. We're going to talk about that later. But y'all criticizing Umar. But where's the schools for the young sisters to get deprogrammed? What happened with Oprah's school? A whole bunch of girls got abducted and reducted at Oprah's school. Nobody said nothing about that. Like where are the schools for the girls? They're cool with the white man's school. Why aren't they rebelling against the white man's school? Since they want to put a battery in the black man's back. Everything is put a battery in the black man's back. He's supposed to ride for us. Okay, so why are you still going to the white man's school? Since y'all want us to be quote unquote borderline racist and ride for the community. Oh, the white man's love me. You see how her little face? She lit up. Hold on. She lit up like a pig in pig shit. She lit up like crazy. Look, hold on. Look at her face. Hold on. Shout outs to Truth Only in the building. You said don't be coming out here with all that. hey, don't you come around here with all that reading.
Get out of here, you damn nigga! Get out of here, you damn nigga!
Hey, don't you come around here with all that damn reading. Get your out of here with all that damn reading. Get the out of here with all that damn reading. That, Keisha. Get out of here with all that damn reading. Shit. I forgot what I was going to tell y'all.
Look, man, let me tell you something. And don't you never forget this. You hear me? I forgot what I was finna say.
Boy, she was happier than a nigga with a new gun. The white man loves me. Let me tell you a secret that's not a secret.
Whoever he wants to choose.
Do you look at that?
My African American, and I've always.
Moments later.
Have you ever dated outside your race?
Yes, that's all I would like to do.
I beg your pardon. Now?
Yes.
Outside your race?
Yes, that's all I would like to do.
I beg your pardon. Now?
A few moments later.
Have you ever dated outside your race?
Yes, that's all I would like to do.
I beg your pardon. Now?
Yes.
I beg your pardon.
And I've always told black women to be open to dating, even outside.
Oh, so you're doing what we've told and what they've been doing all throughout slavery. You know, the mother tells the son one thing, and then she come here with the daughter. Yeah, this is what we're doing. She gives the son one bullshit fool's errand of a script, and then give the daughter the real play. Oh yeah, I'm gonna send my sons off with that bullshit script and give my daughters the real game. What's really going on behind the scenes. This is what they do to their kids. Who told them to do this to their kids, though? Who taught them this?
Of their race. I love black love, and I would like that. But to see my African American women sitting around waiting on a black man as he chooses whoever he wants to choose.
Do you look at that?
I do. I date. I've always dated outside of my race. And
yeah, go ahead, puff your cigar.
I would like
Cam.
for black women to be open to the people that like them. White men love me. Like, white men love me.
Ooh, she had to say it twice. White men love me. Why don't y'all negresses love me?
Even me though. What point are black men going to stop the bullshit, the social media shit and all of that, and build black homes? If we don't build black homes, we can't depend on white folk to build.
Shout outs to Toya. Toya said, shout outs to let me catch up with Toya. Hold on, I just lost you. I just lost her message. Hold on, I gotta scroll up. Shout outs to Truth Only. Truth Only said she lit up like where the money resides. Shout outs to Toya. Toya says, hold on. I just missed where. Dang, I gotta find her message. Hold on, I gotta scroll up. This shit is funny. This is literally what she's doing. She's crying in SBE, and she thought it was gonna work. All right. She thought it was going to work. And shout out to Truth, though. Yeah, she cried like she knows where the goddamn money resides. Let's go.
All right, we going. Where the money reside? Where the money reside? Where the money reside? Where the money reside? Okay, let me tell you something. I'm doing something real big this month. Any deal that y'all got and they beating us, I'm gonna be about $400. Just give me your VIN and the paper, cause I'm asked what the what? What a money reside, what a money reside, what a money reside, what a money reside. Okay, I told y'all before, y'all know what I do. I give all these good deals and everything else. Y'all better ask about me because I do all that all the time. And that's on who? Mary Had a Little Lamb. Okay, 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 okay.
She gave up her botched BBL surgery and enhanced her titties some more. You know? She gave up her botched BBL surgery and enhanced her titties. Because, you know, the white man loves titties. You know, and it's not even just the white man. All guys love titties. But more mature men go after titties. More mature men go after today's, okay? But this is what I'm saying. If I was her white man, I'd be mad at her. Like, why are you getting on these people's shows with your why are you in front of that Negro with your titties out? Even if I was racist, why are you in front of that Negro with your titties out? You couldn't wear a dress to cover that? So he can see if your areolas and your nipples are pointing straight or in two different directions. He can see. He can see where the money resides. We gonna run that one back. Shout outs to everybody supporting the show. We gonna run that one back. We gonna run that one back.
All right, we going. What a money reside, what a money reside, what a money reside, what a money reside. Okay, let me tell y'all something. I'm doing something real big this month. Any deal that y'all got and they beating us, I'm gonna be about $400. Just give me your VIN and the paper, cause I'm asked what the what? What a money reside, what a money reside, what a money reside, what a money reside. Okay, I told y'all before, y'all know what I do. I give all these good deals and everything else. Y'all better ask about me because I do all that all the time. And that's on who? Mary Had a Little Lamb. Okay, 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 okay.
Why are you in front of that man with your titties out? With the titties out, huh? Why are you in front of where's War Master? War Master got that with the titties out. You know? What's the mathematics? What's the mathematics? Holla, 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 holla.
Damn, what a big old ass. What's the mathematics? What's the mathematics? Your mama, can a brother holler at you? Holler, holler, holler. Holler at you, holler, holler at you, holler at you, holler, 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 holler.
All right. Y'all remember back in the day, who's the dude? What was the dude that owned the Clippers? And he was dating that Asian girl. That dude that he was the owner. He was like one of the owners of the Clippers, and he had to stand down because he was mad at that what's her name? Stefano, or whatever, the girl. Who was that white man that owned the LA Clippers, and he had to step down because he was mad at his woman going around all the NBA players with her titties out and shit, and being out there around them Negroes with her damn titties out. I forgot the girl name. V. Stiviano or something like that was the girl name. Mad as hell. See, they don't even know how to keep their white man. Some of them don't know how to keep up the cosplay.
One drunk man is more intelligent than 3 women with PhDs.
Thank you so much.
That's
thank you.
They don't even know how to act. They don't even know how to act, man. Yeah, Donald Sterling. Yes, truth only. Donald Sterling. Stop bringing them niggas to the... Stop. Stop bringing them niggas to the game.
Instagram got your bitch. Instagram got your bitch.
You ain't got your Instagram, got all y'all, because they going to do it for the gram before they do it to you. They going to send a picture to the gram before they send it to you.
This is crazy. This is crazy. Sterling was a wild boy. You know, he go if it's one thing he gonna do, he gonna speak his mind. He said Ayatollah rest in hell. They must have hit his bunker. What happened? Uh-oh. Yeah, it was Donald Sterling, Tech Row. Yep. How was your birthday the other week, by the way, Tech? I know or you had a birthday that just passed, right? I know I'm not tripping, right? You said the women that end up with the white man ain't low key enough to be with the white man ain't low key enough to be with the white man, right? And then another thing too, another thing too is that they're playing. Have y'all seen pictures of Eve? Did y'all see that picture of Eve at that Thanksgiving party? She was like, man, get me out of here. I miss soul food so much. Oh, so much. So much. Eve was looking crazy. I'm like, dang, bro. She is unrecognizable. She would, like I said, she would never perform tambourine ever again. Hum a tambourine go dibba dibba whistling.
I used to say silly things like, where are all the good men at? Until I started taking accountability. Now I know I'm just an ain't shit ass bitch. Maybe I am the problem. Maybe I am the problem. Maybe I am the problem.
Black homes. So when you see somebody like your significant other who clearly loves you, and it's all these black women rooting for her, rooting for you. They want you to build a black home. That's their anger. They don't know you. They can't judge you for anything else. They want you being who you are, being attractive, being successful.
I want to see how she speaks around these white men. She sound like Erykah Badu right here. I wonder how she speaks around white men. I'm pretty sure 9 times out of 10 she has a Valley Girl voice. I am 100% sure 9 times out of 10 she has a Valley Girl voice. 100%.
They want you to take hold and solidify and build a black home. That's not saying you're not taking care of the kids you have, because clearly you are, and you love your kids. Taking care of your kids and building a home is 2 different things.
Oh my God, really? Cam
At
is like
what
this.
point?
Cam is like this bitch right here. This bitch right here.
Are we gonna stop these back and forths? Oh, this type of woman don't
She's just making it up right now.
say nothing to me about that. Well, guess what? You're just weak.
Hmm.
Like,
Never
you
heard that
want
before.
a strong woman around you. And I'm sorry, like, black women have just, that we get copied from hair.
Imagine introducing her to your family. And it's a nice dress, nice titties. Like y'all really looking at the dress. It's a nice colored dress. But imagine bringing her, she's a very freaky girl. Imagine taking her home to your mama.
Oh, shit. Say, mama.
Yeah?
How much for a California snuck and tuck with a wild horse roundup?
Excuse me?
Oh, you not hoeing?
No, I'm waiting for my ride.
Oh, shit. My bad, my bad.
Bro, what do y'all tricks be asking for these days, bro? Where's War Master? Who from California? Can somebody, where Coffee at? Can somebody tell me what the fuck is a Californian snuck and tuck with a... What a what? What a what?
The body to everything. Black women are the most unloved individuals in America, but the ones who have built.
The most mimicked.
Most mimic. Good or bad mimic, you know? But we looking to you. We looking to you. A successful black man, we are looking to you to change the narrative. And when you don't, it becomes, go on that show and tear his ass up.
No, War Master,
so
no. War Master, no. I think you lied to me, War Master. What's a Californian snuck and tuck with a wild? Yeah.
First narrative that black men are going around creating all these broken homes. I have broken this down at length in multiple videos, how this is really a lie because the majority of black men in America don't even have kids. You're more likely to find black men with no kids, and you're more likely to find black women with 2 or more kids. This is based upon recent information from Black Demographics. I broke this down.
Oh shit, I'm crying. Oh shit. Oh bad, y'all. I came on here sick, but this just got me about it. A Californian snuck and tuck. What a What are you requesting?
Oh, shit. Say, mama.
Yeah?
How much for a California snuck and tuck with a wild horse roundup?
Excuse me?
Oh, you not hoeing?
No, I'm waiting for my ride.
Oh, shit. My bad, my bad.
Bro, he had so much money in his hand. What was he requesting? A California snuck and tuck.
In previous videos, over 50% of black men in America are currently single and childless, 50% of black men at marrying age. So again, just a lot of these ideas are narratives, but what really...
Oh God, yeah, she bad as hell.
And really, it is judging the majority of men for something a small minority is
I got
doing.
my
and
forehead
this has just
hot.
been, unfortunately, standard operating procedure in black America. The second point, again, I must reiterate that a person who has explicitly articulated that they do not plan to date or end up in a relationship with black men and that they are exclusively dating outside of their race, such as Cayman, and that they are exclusively dating outside of their race, such as K. Michelle, has really no right to chastise black men into not building a black family when they themselves, based upon their own actions,
Yeah, I'm a sucker for afros,
You are not
man.
the one to hold black men accountable or put another way, black men are not going to listen to this and really take that seriously if they fully understand the whole context and even understand where she's coming from. So while I don't disagree with the message that it is important to build a strong black family, I disagree with a lot of the misinformation around it and the fact that she is not practicing what she preached. And this is what I am saying. I just wish sometimes black...
Yeah, I mean, you get you an honorary slave chick, Chris G, that's in the music industry. You know, it's a bonus when they don't know how to treat black men. They're, like the black slave woman is not supposed to know how to treat black men right. There's passages in the Willie Lynch letter, which is fake, by the way, but you got a lot of stuff that, you know, that you shouldn't ignore in it. You know, so she coming over there shitting on the brothers and going back on to her suburban house. She's a suburban. She going back to her suburban house and thinking that she's cool with whoever out there. You know, she trying to get into country music, y'all. So she got to throw a bunch of Negroes under the bus. You know, but she not a Beyonce. You know, she not a Beyonce. They really didn't even like Beyonce getting over on they shit. She not a Beyonce. You saw Beyonce, even though it was fake. You saw how Beyonce was fake shocked when she won that award. Come on now.
women were a little bit more self-aware or just a little more humble and just self-reflective when it comes to these conversations, because we as a collective are not without fault. We have got to stop browbeating and shaming Black men into doing things when there is little to no willingness to acknowledge the ways that we are.
And somebody
also
said
screwing
this
up the Black
earlier.
community.
Somebody said this earlier, and you're right. Somebody said this earlier that she dyed her skin. She did bleach her skin. Because K. Michelle was darker. That's where this shit starts too. K. Michelle was darker. Yeah, the black male image is her sacrifice here. Like, I don't know why it hasn't gotten old yet. Like, black men are under the bus. Like, what bus can you throw us under that we already aren't under? We're working from the under the bus. Like, we we might as well start from here, nigga. We how can you throw us under the bus when we've been under the bus? We're the damn bus at this point. Shout outs to Chris G. Chris G said, "Kuda, you cooking today? That part about black women being issued to black men is hardcore shit, bro. People ain't ready for that type of truth, man. You know, whenever I get my hands on my Beehive video, I will reshare that for y'all, because that shit, that's a documentary right there. That shit is deep. You know, when YouTube took it down, they gave me one last chance to watch it, and I was like, dang, bro. I'd be mad at me too, bro. I put that type of information. I gave brothers that type of information. Man.
Owing and sleeping with the small minority of men.
Like one day, because I got stung by a bunch of bees when I was a kid, and it fucked me up. But one day, I'm telling you, go look up how bees work when they're rehousing their bees and stuff like that, and things like that. Shout outs to little Shirley. I hope she's doing well wherever she is at the moment. I was talking about that on an episode with little Shirley about just watching that stuff, you know. Shout outs to Jay Green. I know Jay Green is probably around somewhere in the clouds. Shout outs to Jay Green too. You know, I think Jay Green was on that show also. We were talking about a lot of different things and stuff like that. I remember I was talking about the bees and the you know, the rehousing and the stuff like that, you know. The little Shirley was talking about rehousing spiders and different things that she was doing. I was like, dang, yeah, you know, they do the same thing with bees. You did. The Beehive. You said, she's late to the party. The DI was defunding of the black male heterosexual man. Yeah. Black men always got thrown under the bus. Toya says she's fed. I bet you when she get around them white man, she got a Valley Girl voice.
Kids out of wedlock, choosing to have kids before wedlock, not choosing to marry before you carry, sexually experimenting and having all these different sexual partners, and then going on a healing journey when you're mid-30s, and then trying to be celibate at 40, and then trying to refine yourself. Like, black women are also doing things to screw up the black family. This is not all on black men. So it's like, bro, like, there has to be accountability on both sides if there is ever to be any change. Anyways, there's definitely more to this, but that's what I have for now. What do y'all think about this whole situation? Let me know down in the comment section. Thank you so much for listening if you've gotten this far, and we'll talk later. Bye.
Yeah, shout outs to Ches. We gonna talk about that. Shout outs to Ches, because shout outs to the sisters that actually do, actually speak up for the brothers. And at least give some young black girl in the United States or wherever she had a fighting chance to be able to put out that type of content so she could see it and go the other way. Let's get into this real quick. Hold on.
Like most kids, I had a dream. And the dream that I had was to become the point guard for the Sacramento Kings. Now, I'm from the city of Sacramento, so this was very important for me. And I did everything I thought I could in my mind to achieve that goal. But there was only one problem. I wasn't even good enough to play college ball. And there I was, living my life through somebody else. Whether it was Mike Bibby, former point guard of the Sacramento Kings, or making myself up on NBA 2K as a player, I was somehow trying to reach my delusion in being a basketball player. And it didn't happen, and I had to grow up and choose something different. But not everybody gets over their dreams. We all see it. Instagram models,